Okay.
Okay, so we can get things in order, finally. And yeah, well, okay, so let me, first off, hello everyone and welcome to this month's KWCE. I am your host, Kaiju, and with me today, we have a giant slamming party right here. We have Breaking Bacon, Grayshot 151, GVR, John Goodman, more crossovers, Nagoda, Ultimate Ditto, and Yorktown. And today, we're going to be very quickly going over match 337. This is one we didn't talk spoilers for last time to better preserve the experience for you guys who hadn't read it. But, you know, it's been a month, so everyone...
If you haven't read it yet, screw you.
Pretty much. Match 337 Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. Let's go. Bacon, thoughts on the match, and you know, anything goes. Just spoilers
Post
about
the link,
no one
KWCE.
cares.
Well,
Post the link.
well,
I did.
He already did.
Yeah, he
Did?
did. We
Where?
just buried it underneath.
Scroll up.
Yeah, it's up there. It's literally
See,
above Patchy's nautical nonsense.
I see it. There we go.
Here's the thing. I haven't read all of it, because real life got in the way. Stupid real life. How dare you?
It's been a month.
Yeah, a month of pain. I know that Trump's in it. And that the PS4 characters are in it. The banner looks cool, so it automatically gets a 10 out of 10 for aging pipeline.
Well, prepare to jump that 10 to an 11, young man.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yorktown did already give us thoughts on that. That's right. All right. Well, Grayshot, with spoilers, what did you think of the match? What were some of your, like, I guess sort of like, what did you like about it? What did you not like about it, and so on and so on.
Oh, well, first and foremost, something I didn't realize last time is I never played the PS4 game. So I never knew that these were the characters from that game. I honestly was like, oh, this is from the 2016 movie. And I was trying to picture them from the 2016, you know, Godzilla Resurgence in here as some of the characters and as, like, you know, the operator and stuff. And I'm just like, who was that? Is that the
Yeah.
I was thinking of that regard. But no, I with another read, and with that clarification, I enjoyed the characters far more now that I wasn't trying to put them into the box of that movie. Because the entire time I was just like, these characters just don't seem, they don't work. They're so strange. And then yeah, the clarification that made that work better. The reference to the president was done, I thought, far better than the 2016 movie. If that makes any sense, with the girl saying, "I'm going to be president," and then literally in 2016, it's like, nope, we got the most opposite thing of you becoming president.
Oh, no kidding. Oh, yeah.
But back to the actual part. The characterization of Shin, I think, compared to 273, is probably at its second best in the KWC, with Shin kind of breaking out of the box of, you know, being this mindless murderer, and Legendary recognizing that to be another alpha. I know this was done before Godzilla vs. Kong, but it's funny in hindsight that, again, the end it ends, I think, on a positive note, with both monsters living and them taking their separate ways, and Godzilla recognizing and accepting a second alpha. But after watching Godzilla vs. Kong, it really makes this freaking funny, because we know that Godzilla would not accept another alpha that did not submit.
We know he's more stubborn for that alpha position.
Yeah.
I mean, the last time someone took the alpha position, you saw what happened. The whole world went to shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, so he's got his justification as to why. And it's funny. Again, this was made beforehand. So this is coming after King of the Monsters.
Yes.
So, for all intents and purposes, Mothra was kind of like the other alpha, in a sense, and he was fine with her. So why wouldn't he be fine with, like, maybe another? But regardless, whatever your justification is, whatever your notes are, the fight.
Look, the
brutal.
Monsterverse has a habit of just like throwing a wrench into our conceived notions.
Yeah.
Like he's
Yeah.
fine with some things, but then like King Kong, nope, he has to die.
Yeah.
It's a simp.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no. Back on topic. The fight was brutal, well thought out in its execution, and it never gets boring as long as this match is, which this match is long. I was and still am a little off put by Shin absorbing burning Godzilla energy. Like I'm still a little off put on that. If only for the fact that I wish it would have ended with Shin going critical mass. I think that would be perfect with him taking it to the next level. I think that would have been perfect, but for what it is, it's still a great match, and I would definitely raise my previous of a 6 out of 10. Again, with that previously not understanding the characters now to probably like an 8. I'd probably say this is like an 8.5 out of 10. This is not my favorite match of the year. I think that goes to another match that we're going to be talking about, but still a damn fine match.
Hell yeah.
GVR, do you have any comments?
Yeah. This is currently my favorite match of the year. The one that you were talking about, that we're going to be talking about in a bit, it comes very close, but this one edges it out slightly for me. Yeah, the action is done incredibly well. Characters are all written very well. I enjoyed the conflict between Legendary and Shin. And just overall, yeah, I would give this match very high praise in pretty much all regards. The only thing I don't really like is just like when Godzilla goes burning, I like Shin absorbing the energy, but what sort of rubs me the wrong way is Shin just being completely unfazed by Burning's attack.
Yeah.
Like I like the idea of Shin absorbing the energy and like coming out of it on top just fine, but the fact that it is just like completely ignores it does kind of rub me the wrong way. But no, other than that minor thing, excellent match, best of the year so far. Good stuff, great stuff.
Bless it. Just Discord comments being funny. Alex, what'd you think of 337? And just
Well, whether it's your favorite or not, it is the most progressive match of all time.
Yeah. Can't question that.
That means it gets an automatic 10 out of 10. But no, I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I think when I first read it, I didn't know it was a PS4 character, because like Greyshot, I never played the game.
Oh, damn.
As someone who has played the game, let me tell you this right now. The characters are all nothing in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know they're all nothing. And I appreciate them being given character. Yeah, again, I really liked both elements, the monster and the human action. All really good stuff. I can't really say I have any complaints. Yeah, and I think what I already wanted to say was already covered by the other three. Or other two.
Yeah.
But yeah, one of my favorites.
Yeah. If you didn't have anything else to mention, Birdman, what'd you think of 337?
Again, aside from what we're going to discuss, I think this is a very good contender for so far match of the year for me. It does an excellent work with a character actually several characters we had literally very little personality for, both human and kaiju wise. Again, this is considering this is like the matchup that every Godzilla fan has like done to death. I was half expecting like the outcome everyone has come to expect when it comes to legendary versus Shin, which is either draw or legendary winning. But Shin winning actually took me off guard. Generally it took me off guard. It's a very rare thing. I'm also going to agree with you. I didn't actually recognize the PS4 characters, and that's really on me because I played the PS4 game. So I sort of cut on, but I didn't think it doesn't actually help that they have like literally no character or like very forgettable names. So I props to the author for like actually making a decent character out of them.
Yeah, I just know all they do is say the same thing over and over again about a generator.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, their dialogue is mostly just like Godzilla's approaching this area, deploy these things.
Right. They are to inform you what Godzilla is doing at all perpetual times and how many generators are being damaged and or destroyed.
Even though you're playing as Godzilla and already know this information.
Right.
Action for characters is limited as physically limited as Shin Godzilla. It's oh, for God's sake, let me find my words, my British words.
Your British words.
Okay, I forgot what to do. It's escaped me. Hang on, I'll come back to it. But yeah, characters, story, all blends together excellently. The ending is perfect off to a sequel, but I really don't feel it needs a sequel.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
Yeah, agreeable. Yeah. I mean, it's just meant to be. It's an open-ended ending that leaves with the question, like, is this what he will find? You know, sort of thing. So it's like, in a way, it is sort of open-ended in the same way the original Shin Godzilla is kind of open-ended. It's like, you know it doesn't need a sequel, but that last bit poses a question. And what comes from that is naturally just sort of subjective as to whether or not we'll get a sequel, which I don't think it needs it. Kaiju X has appeared. He's headed for the bag and dispository. Yeah, that would be Kaiju X PS4 right there. Anyway. But, I guess my turn? I'm up?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Yeah. As everyone already said, like, there are a lot of really good praises to be, like, a lot of the things you guys have said are all legitimately, like, you know, good things in the match's favor. And I do love the fact that it's like, oh yeah, the PS4 characters are actually given friggin' character here. Like, yes! Yeah, I was like, wait, Yasuko? And I was like, why are these names sounding familiar? Then, I don't know what clicked. I just looked at Godzilla PS4 and was like, name of the characters are here! That's what's going on! And I, like, super appreciate the match a lot more. But I think one legitimate positive I actually want to sing praises for that I don't think has been brought up yet is not only just the fight sequences, but the way it's handled. The way it switches between the perspectives of Shin Godzilla and Legendary Godzilla, both addressing themselves as Godzilla, is a...
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That's an excellent way to get around the both Godzilla thing. How do we distinguish them?
Yes.
Just do it from each other's perspective, and that works.
Yes.
I forgot the match did that, but yeah, that was so good.
I know. Yeah, the shifting perspective between both Godzillas is a brilliant workaround for the fact that they're both called Godzilla.
That it is.
Just beyond brilliant. I definitely want to commend Joshua Strip Matter for that ingenious stroke of genius right there. Like, my goodness, it was like, so it kept it easy to understand what was going on throughout the fight. It was like, you're never lost at which Godzilla is, like, you know, fighting at the time. I think there are only very few times where it decides to lapse into third person, both are being addressed as Godzilla, but even then it isn't for long. So
like, they had, like, those parts have a bit of distinction, like the ancient Godzilla, or like the what was it? The
mutant
New Age.
Right, the mutant Godzilla or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's like, it's always like, everything is sort of like, yeah, like, all of it is in favor. Just, yeah, no, that is just one touch I adored about this match. And just, yeah, no, all around great. Like, that was great. And again, the distinguished, like, personalities of the Godzillas depicted here is just, good stuff. And while I do agree with, like, GVR and the whole, like, you know, maybe Shin should have had more scars coming out of the burning Godzilla, like, barrage, it's like, I think, like, you know, I didn't mind him taking in the energy, since that felt, like, at least with what we've established in the KWC, it is fine. But and I think also one of my favorite bits actually has to come with the ending. Just, it's like, it's nice to see that little bit of, like, the friggin' humanoids just sort of, like, going about doing their own thing. There was just something about that second ending, I guess, like, the penultimate ending, that was just, like, kind of creepy. It was just like, these giant humanoid things are just walking about after just sort of vanishing, which was dropped, like, way earlier before Shin wakes up.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, like, all around, again, I still love this match, and I'm pretty sure I said that before too, but I did want to point out those specifics, because I was like, oh, good stuff. Anyway, Nagoto, what'd you think?
The only reason I recognized this was that these were the PS4 characters was, I think the progressive lady said, like, the 2014 Godzilla opening line, like, oh, there's another Godzilla, like that thing. The different viewpoints was,
the like line from like the end of the story mode.
Yeah, when Legendary
She
Godzilla
says
shows
that
up
line.
and then gets murdered.
She says that line in the match, and that's when I recognized, oh, it's that character. And then, yeah, this one was a lot of fun. Like, I liked how Shin kept adapting by absorbing energy and stuff like that. But then, when it came to burning, I was wondering, like, how is this gonna end up without him just dying? And apparently, even though he has a heating issue, he can just survive that heat, no issue.
Yeah, you think that?
But yeah, this was a fun one, and the banner is really good looking.
Mm-hmm. All props to Ultimate Ditto on that one.
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna talk about your banner, Ditto?
Oh, it's my turn now? Or
Yep.
are you still gonna?
Yeah.
Oh, you're done?
It's your,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, since I'm at the bottom, everyone's pretty much said more or less everything that I think of the match. I agree with the whole Shin thing. Should have probably got more damaged, but overall it's fine. The human cast was good. The monster action was good. I think the presidential stuff was a little like hit over the head with it. Other than that, it was fine. Because to be fair, I mean, these people are gonna have a nuke dropped on their home, and there's 2 giant monsters, so understandable.
Yeah, you'd be rather upset.
Ditto, say all that in your Obama voice.
No, I can't.
Why, fellow Americans? It seems that
Yes,
we
my
are,
fellow Americans.
Oh, fake Obama,
Yeah,
the real one speaking.
Yeah. I figured the Prime Minister, I believe, is from the PS4 game, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because my brain sort of put that character in that role, and then it's like, oh yes, it is the PS4 character.
Yeah,
So I was like, oh, okay, cool.
I think all, like, the political figureheads and the operator are all from the PS4 game.
Yeah. I think the fight was cool. It was nice seeing the Super X, like, freeze a nuke. That was cool. Oh, I love the scene where Godzilla and Shin stop fighting, and I think it's the nuke that they hear, and they just, like, sort of look to it, and then they're like, okay, whatever, let's get back to fighting. I think that scene was cool. Yeah, I'm glad neither one died, and I love the end tease, I guess, with the Shin humanoids walking around. That was really cool. And then Shin Godzilla meets Anguirus, and that's where the match ends. So, overall, I wouldn't be surprised if this is like really high up on the polls and stuff for match of the year and stuff. because it's a really good match.
It's definitely going to get in the top 3. I'm calling it right now.
Oh yeah, I think it deserves that spot personally.
Like, I know it's going to have a lot of competition, but I definitely see it getting top 3 at least.
Yeah. And then that's more or less it.
All right.
Off my head.
But yeah, I'm pretty confident we said everything we need to say with the. Gosh, Jordan. Yes, I think we said everything we need to say properly for match 337. So let's move.
It was good. Go read it if you haven't. If you have read it, read it again.
Yes, you can read it as many times as you want because it's your life. You could choose how to live it by listening to us.
Yes.
Oh yeah, there was this one line during the fight, or I think it's Godzilla Legendary's like, "Hello darkness, my old friend." I'll just like,
oh yeah,
shut up. But then I was like, okay, whatever. Other than that, it was good.
0 out of 10 song reference.
It's not Shin versus Maguma just ripping off the thing at the end, so it's
fair. But yeah, friggin' yeah, with 337 now officially out of the way for good, until we get back to it and the committee reads, probably
90 years from now.
Yes. We'll move on to match 338, Orga versus Mechagodzilla Showa. And Bacon, what'd you think of it?
You're not gonna say who wrote it?
Oh gosh, right. Oh, I'm stupid. Written by Brendan Sheehan and banner by Landon Soto.
Damn, really just gonna uncredit the artist. What are you, Twitter?
Dude.
The match was pretty fun. Pretty good use of Orga's character. Like, just giving him characterization. Kind of reminded me of the manga Orga. Let's see. The fight itself was pretty good. The banner is pretty solid. I liked the action. I like that it takes place on Odo Island. And yeah, solid match all around. That's about it. No, we're not adding Among Us Orga to the bad ditto.
That's what you said.
He has too many hopes. I guess I'll give my thoughts now.
Yes.
This is kind of sad. This is caught in between a lot of great matches.
Yeah.
Yeah. It exists.
So, yeah, it hasn't done anything wrong. It's just caught in a very awkward place.
It's a solid match. Too bad it's sandwiched by masterpieces.
Yeah.
It's a little match smothered between two big matches.
You're not wrong. It's the excuse me. The best way I can say this is it's good. You know, it was interesting to see like Orga use the UFO against Mechagodzilla. It was interesting that, you know, again, you have the classic Orga bites in. He's like, there's nothing. You know, you have some good moments. The use of the inhabitants of the island, even if they all just die in the end, is kind of eh. So I don't think this is a bad match. It's just very standard. Though I did like Orga hacking Mechagodzilla and using like breaking down the shield and like just taking him out. That was good. So yeah, overall I would say this match probably is like a 6 out of 10, and it's a 6, and it's not a bad 6. It's a solid 6. It's good. It's just not as good as what as everything around it.
It's not that other 6.
Yeah. It's not that other 6 that I'll reread and be like, oh god. But yeah, no, I think you'll still have a good time if you do catch this match, and yeah, it is short. I will also give it that credit. It's compared to everything else, it's a nice, short, good Orga match.
Whoa.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, the banner's also good. Not great, good.
Wow, Ditto. I can't believe he beat Salton Fell Space Jam viewers again.
Man.
Yeah, I thought this one was pretty
My
good.
turn.
Oh,
Yeah, it's GVR's turn.
well, I don't care. And I
Well,
don't like them.
No, you wait. You wait. Your turn.
Go back to your corner now.
He has the talking pillow. Hey, unmute him.
Now, did you learn your lesson?
Die. Anyway. Yeah, very solid and short match. Not a lot going on with this one, but it's good time. It's nice to see a match on Odo Island. Surprised it hasn't happened yet. Yeah. Orga mistaking fake Godzilla for the real Godzilla was fun. And hold on, I gotta be right back.
Man, it was too beautiful for him.
Yeah, no,
Fucking died from the Kino.
from short Kino, and that's nothing compared to long Kino. GVR, how long have you been gone for?
He's gone.
He's gone.
He's just
I guess
dead.
Alex can say it.
Yeah, Alex, give your thoughts until he gets back.
Okay. Yeah, I thought this was
yeah.
a solid match. Odo Island was nice. Pretty cool matchup with Organ Mechagodzilla. Yeah, not a whole lot to say. I mean, yeah, Great Shot kind of pointed out that it's in the unfortunate position to be smothered by all these longer matches.
Yeah.
But yeah, just a nice solid match. And a pretty awesome banner made by a fellow Space Jam 2 fan.
Aw, yeah. Thanks, man.
Aw, yeah.
You.
Alright, did you have anything else to add on, man, or?
Nah.
Alright, Birdman, what'd you think of 338?
So if everyone making Among Us references can go die. Yeah, it's so all that key match is just suffers, like everyone says, from being put between two larger matches, and that's kind of what don't do any favors. Like, it has a good premise, but I think it's long enough to do enough with it. Like, it explores enough of both characters' personalities, but I do feel it does kind of end a bit abruptly, maybe. Like, it just kind of, the fact it kind of ends rather abruptly instead of like a build-up climax. Just, I don't know, it kind of feels to like the author's like trying to wrap up and wants to how to, and just like, you know, like end it there. I mean, like the lead up afterwards, that's interesting. That's interesting plot I'd like to see explored. But aside from that, yeah, it's okay, but it didn't really grab my interest. Did everyone die?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, don't worry, you were just there.
Look, Andy, possibly got you all.
Man. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool,
no,
cool.
yeah, no, I can kind of see that, especially in wake of like, yeah, no, it's simple. It's like kind of to the point in a lot of ways. Where maybe in a couple areas it could have expanded upon its premise just a little more, but at the same time, it's a nice short casual read compared to the body of works of the others. It's like, oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, did you have anything else to expand upon, Birdman, or?
I've said my thoughts for
All right,
338.
all right, said your piece. GVR still dead, so yeah, like I was only able to re-skim through this more recently, but it was like I still remember reading it when I got it. Really enjoyed it. Like enjoyed the match. And even though the whole Orga finds fake Godzilla, oh, it's not him, is like, that's not the newest thing in the world. But you know, it's fine for what it is. That said, I would have to say the thing that is like the one thing I do remember from this match is that Millennium UFO kill, or like that circuitry bypass. Wow, that's a really cool, like creative workaround for like, you know, for this matchup. It's like, oh yeah, the UFO hacks into Mechagodzilla's systems and just kind of wrecks him from the inside. It's like, that's great. Yes. Like that, I think that is this match's like strongest like singular highlight here is just the way Mechagodzilla is taken down. The rest of it is still like perfectly solid, and I think this was, I can't remember, like, I know who he is on the forums. I know Brendan is like a user on the forums. So it's like, yeah, no, and I really do hope to see like more from him. Not necessarily a sequel to this per se, though I guess that could help. But like just more matches from Brendan in general, because I like his stuff. Like, yeah. And hopefully it's like, you know, and you know, hopefully maybe he'll take like whatever he's learned from writing this to whatever he's doing next, take it to heart and sort of like build upon it and all that. So, good stuff.
GVR left his thoughts.
Okay. Okay, he's eating dinner. That's his excuse. Anyway,
he's not a degenerate.
Wow, how dare he nurse himself?
Anyway.
Yeah, why does he have to eat dinner every day?
Anyway. Yeah, soggy noodles. Yeah, that's right. Oh, he's a moderator. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Kaiju X's voice cracked.
Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to read GVR's thoughts real quick. He's mute to eat dinner. The only thing he wanted to say is that he liked the Millennium UFO's usage, especially hacking Mechagodzilla, which is, yeah, for sure. And now Nagoda can't speak right now. Son of a gun. So Nagoda's going to type out his thoughts. Ditto, what'd you think of it? Oh, Yorktown, also type out your thoughts too. Just, you know, get to that now. Might as well. So, Ditto, what'd you think of it?
Yeah. Pretty much in agreement with everyone. It's pretty much a breather match. It's between like these two big ones. It's just to help you like catch your breath before going into like the next big match. I agree. I think that's like the most useful the Millennium UFO has been in the entire KWC. Just short circuiting Mechagodzilla and making go haywire. I think the action was pretty good. It was just Orga. I like that he mistakes fake Godzilla for the real Godzilla. There's very little human like plot. Pretty much, it's just the black hole aliens, like, yes, wanting to find Godzilla and conquer Earth, and then they kill all the native people. So rip. But yeah, I liked how Orga basically like thrashes Mechagodzilla around. Mechagodzilla put up a good fight before getting beaten. So overall, it's a pretty good match. It's short and sweet, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
All right. Nagoda, this is what he had to say about it. Is like he liked how the match took place on Outer Island, plus how the Millennium UFO hacked into the systems of Mechagodzilla. Also, how Orga attempted to eat fake Godzilla only to realize something was wrong, which was basically everything Ditto said. But yeah. Shoot. Yorktown, did you have any? Oh. Okay. He did not read Cell versus Metal Sonic. I mean, Cell Orga versus Methka Godzilla, sadly. Okay, so he didn't read it. He's pulling a Joe. So that's what's going on. Yeah, I don't think we have anything else to really expand upon, because this one's pretty, this one's a little bit on the simple side, so I would surmise that we can hop yay on over for match 338 to match 339. Ooh, boy. Oh, lordy. Oh, boy. Anyway.
Whoa.
Well, we're here, boys.
Yeah.
We're here.
We're here.
The Ultraman.
So, match 339, Godzilla Heisei vs. Ultraman, written by Connor Clennell and banner by Andrew Sudomersky, with a different banner by Andrew Sudomersky, which you may or may not be seeing in a little bit. So, going from the top, Bacon, what'd you think of it?
Alright, so I haven't finished it. I'm still at the beginning. I was reading it while we were doing the others, and because real life shit got in the way every single time I tried reading it. But I could say that I will read the full thing later. The banner looks very beautiful and very right for this particular matchup that should have happened a very, very long time ago. And seeing how it's written by Birdman, how long it is, I am in for a joyride, and from the sound of you guys, I'm in for quite the ride. I'm excited to see how this match is, and overall, this is Keynote. 25 Godzillas out of 11 Ultramans.
Whoa.
Well, I'm just gonna cut in and say this is the best match of the year, and that's a hard thing. Considering all the matches we've had, right? That on paper seems hard, but this match does it with an ease that is kind of shocking. Birdman, pat yourself on the back, because yeah, this is probably my favorite match of yours. What looks kind of like it's Godzilla fighting Ultraman. You know, there's not much. You know, what could you possibly do there? The characterization that is given to both Godzilla and Ultraman, the swings and how the battle just goes back and forth. It is one of the most captivating reads I have read in quite a while. The banner is also great. Let me just put that out of the way. The banner is great. I know KWCE, you had another banner.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, looking at the two, I like this one just because how much, especially in retrospect with how much the blades and whatnot were used, and how much, like, and in regards to one particular moment when there's a stasis trap, that is what I thought this was calling back to, and why I thought this was a perfect capitalization of what happened in the match. But yeah, Yeah, the fact that Ultraman like realizes his disadvantages and advantages, the fact that Godzilla just does not give a crap and keeps going, you know, pushing himself more and more and more. You learn more about like this, you know, tragic event in his past. Like all of this culminates in an ending in which case I was like, okay, it's over. This is done. The match is done at this point. There's nothing left. And then it keeps going, and it's even better. And you're like, this shouldn't work, but it does. The final like attack from Ultraman and Godzilla like finally just giving up. You're exhausted. I read this all in one go, and I was exhausted by the time I was done reading it. But it was a well-worthy read. So yeah, pat your back on the self, Connor. You did a great match, and this is easily my favorite of the year. If you haven't watched it, watch it, or haven't watched it.
Read it.
Yeah, well, watch the match.
Yes, watch it. Watch it right now.
Wow.
You haven't read it for God's sake. It's damn good.
You have to
Damn
read
good.
it in past tense though. All right.
Well, GVR is a bitch, and he is not here. So go to John Goodman. Hey, Alex.
Yeah, I have to agree. I loved it. Like, it was very intense, like, edge of my seat. Like, again, it's like, on one hand, I was thinking, oh, Ultraman's gonna win because Birdman, then, on the other hand, no, I think Birdman wants to at least try to surprise us. Well, he did both. And, yeah, I really did like how the people were cheering on Ultraman to come back, as Godzilla just left him for dead. And then there's like that ending of mutual respect for each other. So yeah, I love this match. Great job, Birdman.
All right.
That's all from me.
Okay. I get Birdman. Did you want to give thoughts now, or did you want us to circle back?
Leave to everyone said their sense of thoughts, and I'll tell you all about it.
Oh, so me now.
Yeah, you.
Okay. So unfortunately, well, I wanted to get back to reading this, but just general circumstances and whatnot, I wasn't able to get back to reading it. At least, not in full. What I did, I still remember reading it the first time. At least just from the bits I recall, it's still really good. The exchanges between Godzilla and Ultraman, again, that's top tier. But the bit I was able to reread again, that I think really drives the point home of the point of the match, is sort of the dichotomy of Godzilla and Ultraman. It's why they're here, what their advantages are and what their different disadvantages are. And I do even recall the match itself sort of in a way highlighting that. It's Godzilla is needed because it's he may not be he's good against big long fights, whereas Ultraman's good against small fry. In essence, that's an oversimplification, but in essence, they are built for different purposes, but perhaps one day they can unite under a common cause when something bigger looms overhead. And I love that. I very much love that with this match. Just revisiting it after all this time. At least, again, the bits I was able to read over, it was just, whew. Yeah, it really does capture the essences of the character, and really does make this the best it can be, and that's what I love. And I really do hope the banner ultimately reflects that, because I really did want to try to make this as much of a try to make this one of the top tier banners that just what's a good striking visual image. Then I was oh yes, friggin' and then just kind of go from there. But yeah, no, it's even after all this time, this is a match that still sits this is a match that sits very highly up there. So, and again, I would have to actually reread the whole thing to see where I would place it, but hot dang, I still remember this one being really good. So, great job, Birdman. Nagoda, what'd you think of it?
So I just finished reading it because I was putting it off for the longest time because it was really long. But this one was really fun. I like how Ultraman left to go heal himself up, had his little inner monologue thing, and then rammed right into Godzilla with the travel sphere. Because we don't really get to see him using the travel sphere much in combat. So it was nice to see him just charging through an atomic ray to slam headfirst into him. The banner is good. It's really good. I like the cutting buzzsaw looks in there, and how one of them is actually cutting into Godzilla while he does an atomic pulse. Plus, the whole humans gathering around, getting glass and mirrors, and recharging Ultraman for that last final beam clash between them was really nice. Really catches
that did happen,
aspect
didn't
of
it?
Ultraman and Godzilla.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, actually, that reminds me. I don't know if this was deliberate. Is that I don't think it's a common thing to the series, but the thing I associate that with is the what was it? The Misa music video, I think.
The what?
There was
I'm just talking about it's the music video one with Neos.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Kedrix, I'm pretty sure it's a reference to Tiga.
Oh, really?
It is actually, yeah. It is a reference to Tiga.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, because Tiga dies, and then the power of hope revives them.
Yeah, Tiga episode 30. They he pretty much gets his ass beat, and then all the people of the city start shining lights on him to revive him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I was thinking of a music video where they do something where the kids put up mirrors and whatnot, and they try to revive Ultraman, who's just kind of like down and unconscious, and the whole music video is about getting him back up. So it was for the the music video was for the Ultra Galaxy movie, if I remember right.
Was it?
Yeah, it was. Because I remember listening to that thing, because that sucker was my friggin' jam. Or who am I kidding? It still is.
But yeah, so trying to remember. Oh yeah, another thing I liked about it was how like instead of this just being like, oh, revive Junior, this is, oh, he survived his meltdown and Junior died instead. That was a neat aspect to put in, because then it goes into perspective of why he's still like this destroyer thing.
I'm back, by the way. I can give my thoughts when Dakota's done.
Alright.
Oh, I can't really think of anything else, but now you can go ahead.
So, yeah. GBR,
Okay.
what'd you think of it?
I loved this match. I think it was the perfect match to go up for the 55th anniversary of Ultraman. It captures the essence of both characters excellently. The action in this match is incredibly well done. Trying to think of like specific things to say. I loved how creative it got with Ultraman's abilities. I enjoyed the backstory bit of how basically humanity stopped Godzilla's meltdown, which ended up costing Junior his life, and that's why Godzilla just like is still unrelentingly furious at humanity. I can't really think of like anything specific to bring up that hasn't already been brought up, except for I look forward to seeing where the things go from here, because I know that this match ends with a lot of teasing for things to come, and I know thanks to the continuity page that this is the third part of a series.
Oh, it's the fourth, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, you tell him.
Yeah, that's it. Ditto, you can go ahead.
Yep. Ditto, what'd you think of it?
It's really good. I like it a lot. I think pretty much what everyone else has been saying, that the action is fantastic, the characterization is really good. I thought it was interesting that I think it takes all of the Showa era also into account, as Godzilla's history, because I know his own fighter is referenced, and I think like a few other characters are as well. Yeah, I liked the scene where Ultraman is being revived by the people, and then like Ultraman constantly using the buzzsaws because that's like his best attack, and Godzilla shrugging off the specium rays. Yeah, it was really awesome, and the banner looks fantastic. Like, I think this is one of Kaiju X's best banners. Like, you got like fire, little fire embers, you got light rays shining from the clouds, Ultraman cutting into Godzilla. It looks really good. So yeah, if it gets a sequel, then I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah,
Overall.
you tell him.
Yeah, it's just a fantastic match all around. I think that's more or less it. Yeah.
Yorktown, did you have any thoughts on the match? Okay, here we are. I really like this match. The characterization of both in the back, the characterization of both and the back and forth battle dynamic was really cool. The banner is great too. Yeah, friggin' holy moly. Yeah, the amount of praises to be sung for this match are, again, quite high. This is if the next match is anything to go by, this is a month of quality. Extreme quality.
It's also a month of really long matches.
Yes.
Oh boy.
No, wait until the 30th.
No kidding. Oh boy.
Are we going to talk about that when we talk about the next match, or just like, not obviously not real everything, but just like briefly discuss?
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah. Birdman, you said you wanted things to say about this match. And
Right, I'll try and recap what I can remember, because it was I'll explain a bit. It has been a while since I came up with this. So this was actually written way back in 2016, back for the 50th anniversary of Ultraman. So that you can get an idea of how long it's just been sitting in the backlog waiting to be uploaded.
Yeah, it still worked out.
It is one that I still finding myself. This is probably I still consider this my best work, and I've got to see that my belief is true in that regard. Now, I did have I was actually quite fun idea to kind of go with ideas for how this magic works to go with this alternate history of Godzilla. I was kind of okay, so where to take this originally? This is originally wasn't actually meant to be part of the whole series thing. It's meant to be its own standalone thing. But as things progressed with the ideas for the sequel to this one and the sequels to Match 152, someone along the way decided I'm gonna put these in distinct continuity. It will work. It will help me prove the ideas for both if I can merge the timelines. The idea of how one difference can change a character's fate, is really something that intrigued me, and why I chose. I get the idea of the events of Godzilla vs. Destroyer turning out differently lead to this different mindset of Godzilla. Again, like someone pointed out, the whole show thing happening facing Godzilla is something I did put in without thought, but I addressed that later with why that's a thing later on. Explain that.
Right. Well, plus this again, you said this was written in 2016. This was well before Showa Godzilla entered the KWCE, so so it was it was just the thing we did because that's what we were allowed to do. It's oh yeah, Heisei Godzilla's just the standing for all Godzillas, for Showa Heisei Millennium. So.
I would say I did try my best to portray Ultraman as his strongest, because a lot of portrayals before I started writing the characters, it was basically a lot of Ultraman's portrayals basically just Bisim Ray, Ultra Slash, maybe a mixture technique. But I wanted to fully express how absurd and powerful his arsenal really is. I portray him going out absolutely all out just to keep up with Godzilla.
And Godzilla's respectively tanky enough to actually withstand everything Ultraman can throw at him. So, yeah.
This was I would. This was very nearly ended quite difficultly. It very nearly ended with Godzilla actually dying. Ultraman was actually finally being was going to end with Godzilla blowing up, he was hit by the Ultra Attack Ray, and that's it. But I think along the way I decided that wasn't the case. I decided that wasn't the idea I wanted to go with. I felt because you understand the fandom we're in, how they treat Godzilla, so kind of second coming of Jesus. But I think that's part of the idea. But part of the reason was because I did think I could go further if I decided to continue this plot line. So it was changed so it ends in more of a draw, but Ultraman still kind of comes where you're sort of the victor.
Yeah.
The whole resurrection thing I did put in just because at the time we were thinking we could get we could get Tiger in because of like the whole situation with City Shadow and Dark in Shadows. That's kind of why I put that thing in. It's not like it's not out. It's not like technically out there because things like that have happened in the Silver series, so it's not too out of there for that to happen. But it was a neat reference, considering it was meant to be again written for the series like big anniversary. Because I mean, they did make sense, because at the same time, like Ultron Server, I think his 50th, Tigo celebrating his 20th, so I thought I was taking a little reference to Tigo in there. But yeah, this was actually really fun to work on, and I'm really got to get my foot down again to keep up the pace with all the stuff that comes after.
Oh yeah.
The sequel to this one is already out and in the backlog. That's just guys to get work on the one after that.
Yeah.
Just like keep ahead.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's everything I had to say on the subject.
All right. And yeah, I think, like, did anyone else have any additional thoughts that came to mind with 339, or do you think we can all migrate on to... Oh, that's nice.
I think Father of Ultra is name dropped in this match.
Oh yeah, I
think
did
a few other Ultras. So that was neat.
Yeah, I remember. I don't know about name dropping anyone on the other side of Father of Ultra. I don't think I have name dropped anyone else specifically.
Yeah.
I think it was only Father of Ultra. Though.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was just Father of Ultra I name dropped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I just remembered. Like one neat thing I liked about it, like at the end you stated that like Godzilla deals with like these powerhouses, something Ultraman can't do. Meanwhile, Ultraman deals with like these massive like outbreaks of random monsters that Godzilla would be unable to take care of. And that if one of them switched to the other, they'd lose. And that is nice.
Yeah.
But what if we just moved on to the next match?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll sort it out for you.
Yeah. Okay, so we take we take care of that, and we'll migrate over to match. I'm sorry about that, everyone. We'll just make this its own section or cut it out or whatever. In the meantime, we'll migrate over to match 340. Godzilla Legendary and Mothra Legendary versus Desghidorah, written by Matthew Freese.
Kaiju, you don't edit these.
That's what you say.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Sweet.
All right.
So
I will speak after everyone else has spoken their thoughts.
okay. But yeah. Yeah, go and banner by Landon Soto. I was like, who made the banner? Who made the banner? Because I was still freaking copying the thing. So Bacon, what'd you think of it?
That it's pure, unadulterated Kino, and it's my favorite match by GBR. The characterization for Desghidorah, just that isolation, depression, questioning existence, was done very, very well. The relationship between Godzilla and Mothra was done very, very, very well. The action was solid. I pictured all of it in my head as if I was watching a movie. It was a really, really good match, and he will only get better from here. So I look forward to see you improve. Even though this is your masterpiece right now, your writing will only get better. So I'm excited to see that journey, my friend.
Thank you.
And the banner is very well done. Very, very good. I like the Godzilla in the first one a little more than the second one, but it's still very, very solid set of banners.
Yeah, that's the Godzilla versus Kong Godzilla in the first one.
And then I like the Desghidorah in the second banner, but I like the Godzilla in the first banner.
Fully agreed.
But which Mothra do you like more?
the first one because I have that figure in the second one. I had that NECA figure. I know what that is. But yeah, overall, just really good match. I give it 3 Descadoras out of 1.5 Godzilla Mothra babies.
Why did you have to go to Godzilla Mothra babies? Why?
Because Michael Doherty wants his cringe.
Fair. Sloppy Doherty. Anyway. Greyshot, what'd you think of match 340?
Nothing, he's dead.
Apparently.
Greyshot fucking died.
Although I could, so for this matchup, what I will have to say is, no, it's really damn good. Again, this is another damn fine match. I loved the initial battle. Desgador was given some great characterization. The first battle had its fair share of like great moments and like oh shit moments. Primarily the stinger bouncing off Desgador's armored plated hide. I don't think people realize like how tough the armor of Desgador is, but that was just like a oh shit moment that I really enjoyed.
Definitely something I wanted to emphasize with this one because Desgador is ridiculously durable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people keep underestimating Desgador. Like they think he's just another Ghidorah. He's just there, but no, like he's this really dangerous threat as you put in this match.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that because he gives Godzilla Legendary a good run for his money. Good run for his money. Can't speak.
Money.
And only thing I disliked was that with such a creative match, with how awesome like the fight sequences were, with how again the characterizations of both monsters, but then how the with like the unique situation like with Mothra Stinger, I was a bit disappointed that it ended with the sacrifice and kind of a retread of King of the Monsters.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
It's not bad. It's not a bad ending. It's just, yeah, I wish there was that level of creativity that had been done throughout most of the match here. And if that had happened, I can honestly say this easily would have been.
Honestly,
this might even have. This could have rivaled some of the matches we had previously, but because of that, it is not. It's still in the running of like the top 5 matches of the year. It's easily probably my top 3, maybe my second, but it's without that, it's still a damn fine match, and I'd probably give it like a solid 8 out of 10. Also, yeah, the banners by Landon are just good back to back. Both have their upsides. I like Mothra and Godzilla in the first banner primarily more, and then the second one, just the detail is just mwah. It's great.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that was my one complaint with the match. It's kind of a retread of King of the Monsters. I'm actually kind of hoping Mothra would have gotten the win as well. Other than that, it's not bad, and again, amazing match throughout. Again, I think Desgador was my favorite part, and I'll say it, favorite Desgador match we have right now. Because Desgador is actually threatening and, has character compared to the majority of those other matches. I really liked Godzilla and Mothra's dynamic, their team up, or those versions. It's always nice to see them together. And, yeah, again, the fights were great. And again, I really like what you did with Desgador. I thought what he did, how you used him, and how you made him into an actual character was admirable.
Yeah, like the PTSD of Mothra is like, oh shit, they're still here.
But yeah, stellar stuff, dude. One of your best.
Yeah, thank you. And yeah, I agree with like the King of the Monsters retread ending. I don't think the issue is necessarily like using burning Godzilla and Mothra sacrificing herself. I think the issue is just the fact that like it very much is just like the ending of the movie, but with Desgadora in King Ghidorah's place. I should have done more to differentiate it.
Yeah.
Should have flipped the script, had Godzilla died and Mothra win.
Well, if If Godzilla can give his energy to Mothra and make her go burning Mothra, then I'll do it.
Hey, Greyshot, can we have Burning Mothra by Godzilla dying?
I'm gonna put a solid no on that one, Chief.
Dang. Dang, I can't believe he hates fun.
No. I wouldn't be opposed to like a critical mass Mothra. Hell, I had critical mass Mothra.
Yeah.
Her mom's a critical mass Mothra. Got him.
Well, get you.
More? Do you have anything to say?
Oh,
Yeah, best way to describe this match is there's a Kingdom Monsters, but the villain has depression. Yeah, I'm like the fact that you're brave enough to give Desghidorah an actual personality is something to actually applaud for. But apart from that, it does feel extremely close to the plot of Kingdom Monsters. It's down to the point where you better kill off Desghidorah the same way legendary Ghidorah is killed off. I mean, I get that that's kind of like a thing that's kind of avoidable if you're going to be like doing a Godzilla Mothra team-up match. Just like it feels way very, very too familiar.
Yeah. If I was writing this match like now, if I had like the foresight for this, I would have had it basically like I would have still done Burning Godzilla, but instead of the pulses, it would have just been him killing Desghidorah with a beam.
That would have helped, yeah.
Like just anything to avoid it just being straight up King of the Monsters, but with Desghidorah.
Yeah.
And depression.
Yes.
So the point is, GVR should have killed depression with a beam, not a pulse.
Now face my antidepressant's beam.
Well, I do like the Heisei movies. They make me not sad, so.
I diagnose you with dead.
I diagnose you with ligma.
What's Ligma? Ligma balls.
Ligma nuts.
It's a shame GVR died of ligma. Who the hell is GVR? Ligma balls.
No, it's hard to come up with something that's like completely unique or something, or like or even how you would do that.
Especially if you were just strictly going by like the kind of the status quo of film criteria, you know. It's like, granted, you know, we've made assumptions, as we do, because hey, we want to make sure our readers are surprised with something that's like, oh, I didn't think of that, you know. But yeah,
Well, yeah. I'll talk about it like after everyone else has said their piece, when I like start talking about the match.
All right.
Oh yeah, the one thing I will say is, if you had to do the ending, I was thinking this over, and I would be like, have Desghidorah break open the earth, have Burning Godzilla fall in, have him drag Desghidorah down there, and just turn into a living fucking hell. That'd be everything melting.
That would have been good.
Oh, even better, have them fall into the hollow earth.
Yes, but they just burn straight through.
Well, I wrote this match before GVK came out.
Yeah.
How dare you not have the hindsight?
If you wrote it after GVK came out, then that would have been like amazing.
If I wrote this after GVK came out, I probably would have had Burning Godzilla like slam Desghidorah to the ground and then do like the Crustbuster beam directly onto him.
Oh my goodness.
Crustbuster.
Yeah.
But yeah, who was giving their thoughts last? I kind of lost track between Alex.
Birdman was.
Okay, Birdman.
It's your turn now.
Okay, yes, it's my turn. Yes. Fortunately, this one, unlike 339, where it's like it was a little hazier, this one I remember more clearly. And yeah, no, this is. I remember just kind of distinctly that one of your missions for this was, I think it just concerned Desghidorah and his lack of character. And then GVR was like, screw you, I'm going to give him character. It's like, alright, see you do it. And
I remember that conversation fondly. It was fun.
I think there may have been a Harley in that equation. I wouldn't be surprised, but I could be just thinking of today's conversation too.
I think it was me, GVR, and Harley that were discussing Desghidorah back then.
Yeah.
No, I remember this much more. I remember this clearly. It was me and Alex arguing
Yeah, that's right. It was you and Alex.
Oh
that's
yeah,
right.
that too.
Yeah.
because Alex was like arguing, is like talking about like complaining about how like, oh, everyone just writes Desgador the same. He's not interesting.
Zero.
Yeah, exactly. Until this match.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Hey,
he's
that's
an
not
own
wrong.
creature.
Right. So, freaking, yeah, no. This match, though, yeah, as far as.
Nagoto was there because he was the one who pointed out like Desgador makes a big smoke cloud, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But, yeah, freaking,
I'll get to that when I go.
yeah. But freaking.
Desgador smokes a blunt.
Oh my goodness. No, this. As far as, like,
Kaiju.
the mission of giving Desgador character go, holy crap, did you pull that off excellently here. My goodness. Like, I love Desgador's sense of characterization. It keeps everything that, like, it doesn't contradict Desgador itself in a basic sense, but it elaborates in areas of the character in ways I guess you wouldn't have thought about, but makes sense for the character. And this is what I kind of, like, really enjoyed about the match. Granted, I would, like, I do at least semi-agree with the somewhat retread ending of, you know, pulsing Desgador to get death. It's like, it's not bad, but like, it's functionally fine, and I can understand the criticism of the retread, but I personally didn't mind it. And, you know, it was just like, okay, the man's suffering has ended. Godzilla and Mothra are now one being, anyway.
It's the only time you'll have a match with Burning Godzilla where the enemy's like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, let this be over and die. But yeah, no, like, as far as that mission went, you really did, like, a great job at fleshing out Desgador in a way that obviously not even the movies, like, even bothered to try. So, yeah, no, wonderful job. Just all, and then, yeah, having Godzilla and Mothra serve as a nice contrast to Desgador is, again, just a nice little pinch. And then, likewise, the fighting, again, it's on point. You do good stuff. My only criticism with the banner is the fact Grayshot did it and forgot to put in the transition fades, but so it's just like. But I guess it preserves the images better, so I guess I'm not going to complain too much about that. Simple and effective. And wonderful banners from Yale to landed Soto. My goodness, the man makes banners. He will crank them out like babies, like rabbit babies. But yeah, no, wonderful job with this match. It just, yeah, no, all around fantastic stuff. Really enjoyed the match, just beginning to end. Great job.
Thank you.
Nagoda, what'd you think of the match?
Well, technically, I'm only half done, but it is amazing so far. Like, I love the depiction of Desgador in this. Like, he's just, like, the whole entire time he's been sealed away, he's been stuck with his thoughts thinking, like, oh, I've been this asshole this entire time, haven't I? Because it's kind of true, because when your only way of eating and staying alive is to literally eat all the energy in the planet, you kind of stuck there. Because what else are you going to do? And plus, like, the reaction to Mothra showing up, like, was really good. Because if you think about it, if you got sealed away by a big moth, the moment you see another big moth, you're gonna overreact too.
PTSD attack, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then also I remember back during that conversation you two were having way back when months ago in the dark ages of 2020. Like, you guys were talking about how, like, Desgador needs this character, and meanwhile I was watching Rebirth of Mothra because I needed information on Desgadora. And then you brought up, oh, like, what does the cloud things do? And then I went to check, and it's literally just because he's eating all the energy around him, is poisoning the air and sucking all the oxygen and energy towards him, stuff like that. And then I think we both were throwing out ideas on what we could do with Descadora. Yours brought this masterpiece. Mine hasn't been written yet. But yeah, like there's a lot of cool, interesting things you can do with Descadora. It's just that the sad thing is people just use him as, oh, he's just another Ghidorah and that's it.
He's King Ghidorah, but with fire and no personality.
Right,
Mhm.
which I think is
And that's sad.
I think that is partly fault of the film because the film doesn't convey any deeper emotions beyond, oh, he's just King Ghidorah but fire. So it's like that, in many respects that is the fault of the movie, but that's what makes, to your credit, this match so much better, is the fact that there's more to Descadora here that doesn't contradict the nature of the character.
Yep. Plus, the one thing I love about Descadora is that, like it's always said, that the Ghidoras are world killers. They kill worlds and leave for the next one. Like Showa Ghidorah, he just raises it to the ground. That's all he does. At least Descadora, you understand how he kills the worlds. He literally takes all the energy out that can sustain life and then leaves it.
Leaves it a barren husk.
Mm-hmm.
Like your mom.
Yeah.
Naguda agreed.
Also, I like how you included the whole that scene from the movie where it's like thin Descadora, and then the moment he's fully eaten enough to transform, he just bulks up like Broly.
Yeah, that was another thing that got pointed out. The fact that, like, when he grows his wings, his outer necks also get bigger.
Just about
Yeah, like he just bulks up. Like his legs do his legs do that too. He goes from like this withered husk to like Super Saiyan.
He needed to eat a sandwich, and he did.
Damn.
But yeah, I love this depiction of Descadora. If there is one monster of the Rebirth of Mothra trilogy that I like most, it's Descadora. Like Grand Ghidorah is okay, but he eats children.
Descadora, I definitely think, is the least appreciated Ghidorah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I could see that.
The least appreciated while being one of the more powerful ones.
Yeah. I think this has to go with, like, he got knocked out by... I think the most definitive Descadora match, when I think of Descadora, is when he got beaten by a single nuclear pulse in the Zilla and Godzilla versus Descadora match a while back.
That one.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that was him at his best.
No.
No.
Not at all.
Again, like I said, I posted a GIF of him surviving an attack that is bigger than him.
Mm-hmm.
Like Mothra Leo's ultimate move, where it's this explosion that's bigger than a mountain.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he goes through a lot of damage in that movie,
Yeah, I know.
and he just
And I'm-
powers through it.
And I'm pretty confident he doesn't die. I think he's just sealed
Yeah,
away.
he gets sealed
he's just
away
trapped.
again. He doesn't
Yeah.
die.
Yeah. So yeah, he's a tough cookie.
Yeah.
He is a tough dude.
I think he's the only one that didn't die in that series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Dogara got turned
alive.
into seawater, Grand King Ghidorah got turned into crystal. He just got resealed away, back into purgatory.
To be fair, if he came back, what's he gonna do?
Yeah. Leo has ascended to divinity.
Pretty much.
Descador already couldn't handle Imago Leo. What's he gonna do against Eternal Mothra?
Good God.
He couldn't handle Imago Leo, who was born prematurely and then had to transform prematurely. How is he gonna handle all-powerful armored armored Mothra?
No kidding.
He's the basically equivalent of, like, Goku seeing Frieza come back after he beat Boo. It's like, oh, that's...
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It's like if King
Exactly
Piccolo
that.
got unsealed after Goku became a Super Saiyan.
No kidding.
Yeah. Ooh.
No.
No,
Just like dead.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did really good on this one.
Thank you.
And the banners are nice too. Like I love the. Let me go back to look at them. I love the second one more than the first one, but the first one looks pretty good in the forest. The second one in the city is like all the smoke effects, like the fires, all the three of them facing off against each other. That is really nice looking.
Thanks.
But yeah, and Ditto, what'd you think of the match?
Pretty much in agreement again with what everyone's been saying. Nice to see just Ghidorah with more personality. Pretty much expanding on Michael Dougherty's idea of Mothra and Godzilla's relationship, and Descador unable to fathom that because he's never known anything but loneliness and hunger. I think it was cool that Godzilla, I think, got sent down into the Fire Pyre Road attack, but of course he lived through it because he lives near magma.
Yeah.
Or lava. I don't think we ever see him in lava, not like with Heisei.
Yeah.
But yeah, understandable that he'd lived through it and then he basically crawls out of it. So that was cool.
In King of the Monsters, he's next to a molten vat of super irradiated lava. Like he's gonna be fine.
Yeah, I made the point of that of he would be able to swim through magma without too much issue usually, but because Desgador had just put him through the ringer.
Oh yeah, it's like an elite. It's like a swimmer, right? They're probably the best under normal circumstances, but have them run or swim a marathon, and then tell them to swim across the English Channel, and they might be a little bit out of breath.
Yeah, if Michael Phelps got into a fight and then tried to swim, I don't think he'd do as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think another cool scene was Mothra trying to use the stinger, but it didn't work obviously because Descador was too thick. Let's see. Yeah, pretty much agreement. The whole King of the Monsters ending. I think it was fine, but I would have liked something a little different. Also, I think this Godzilla becoming burning is going to become that one running gag where people always expect Kong to become electric.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably going to become a thing, and it's going to get annoying.
But I don't know. Overall, it was a fantastic match. And I kind of wish Greyshot did do the transition thing for the banner instead of just two solid images side by side, alternating, like Kaiju X does it. But it's fine. Like Kaiju X said, I think GIFs lower the quality a bit, or something like that.
It's not as pixelated without the transition effect when it's just a simple switch to switch.
Yeah. But that's fine. So yes, awesome match, GVR.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, GMK posted his thoughts. He said he loved this match. He said the characterization was some of the best he's ever seen, and he loved the banner too.
Hey yeah. Hey yeah. Wow. How fast you make these things, GMK Goji?
He's just that good.
Light speed.
He's passionate.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Show these in the video.
When you have passionate creativity moments, things just start getting productive.
Yep.
All right. So this match.
Oh, right. You actually have to talk about your own match.
Yeah, no, I have to. All right, so, yeah, as was already stated, this originated from a discussion regarding Desgadora and all that sort of stuff. So, I went into this match with the goal of making Desgadora interesting and making him threatening. Because, in the KWC, usually he usually isn't picked as too much of a threat. Like, there's what Greyshot mentioned of Godzilla pulsing him once to beat him, and then Greyshot's own match where Kiryu just sort of smacked him around.
Right.
I want to make note they didn't kill him.
Set up number 100 for Greyshot series to come back to eventually.
Yeah.
No, because I actually did think that Desgadora. That's why I didn't have him die, but I did have him
Because Kiryu couldn't beat him without Absolute Zero Cannon. The only other way was to trap him. And that's I in that match, yeah, Kiryu is good against I personally think Kiryu could withstand the fire because he could withstand the atomic ray. For me, I thought that was stronger than Desghidor's attacks. On the flip side though, I didn't think Kiryu had anything to put him down. And on a war of attrition, Kiryu's gonna lose that hard. So
We're talking about GVR, not you.
I'll be quiet again.
Man.
It's all good. Don't panic. It's all good.
Yeah, it's good. I'm just messing.
No, return to silence, I shall.
So yeah, I set out to do that. I don't know if I had this like initially in mind, but like I ended up deciding on Monster vs. Godzilla and Mothra to be his opponents, just because like, well, Guardians of Nature. But I ended up coming across the idea of like, Desghidorah would be like super lonely, and Mothra and Godzilla are pretty much a couple. Let's not kid ourselves.
Yeah.
So it fits. So I figured, hey, that fits perfectly for what I want to do with this. Because yeah, when it came to like making up a characterization for Desghidorah, what was brought up in that discussion was like, what if Desghidorah like needs to destroy planets to feed? And I did go with that. But I ended up coming to the conclusion as well. He's been sealed away for 65 million years. And given how, like, he clearly withered away after that point, he couldn't have just been, like, in complete stasis.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I ended up coming to this conclusion of basically Desghidorah being...
Plus made worse since he was unable to move either.
Yeah. That's why I ended up coming up to this conclusion. And, yeah, I did also partially go off of in regards to, like, how strong Desghidorah is in this match, I went off of I believe it's from the Super Complete Works of Rebirth of Mothra, where there's, like, a prequel manga that shows Desghidorah attacking Earth, and, like, him fighting off all kinds of, like, kaiju-sized dinosaurs, and then, like, a dozen Mothras, and killing all but one of the Mothras.
Yeah, that's right.
Before getting sealed away.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah. For the ending with Burning Godzilla, Godzilla going burning, I do not regret. Because I think, like, with the themes of this match, Mothra sacrificing herself and giving her power to Godzilla is the best conclusion for this match. What I should have done with this was just like, well, because I agree that it comes across too much like King of the Monsters, because it is like Ghidorah turns away and starts to walk away, then Godzilla gets up and goes burning, then Ghidorah turns around, screams in terror, and then gets repulsed to death.
There's a joke.
But yeah, no, yeah, I'm super happy with this match. I don't know if I would say it's my best match. I did say that when, like, before, but upon like realizing like the whole King of the Monsters issue, I'd sort of downgraded to like my second favorite match. I still think 273 beats it.
Agreed.
It's tough competition comparing those two.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're very close. Yeah. But yeah, that's all I really have to say on this one. I'm glad people enjoy it. I'm very proud of it. I'm glad I was able to make Desghidorah come across as threatening and as an interesting character. I hope I have inspired other people to use Desghidorah with a bit more intrigue to him than just King Ghidorah, but with fire and no personality. You don't have to make Desghidorah depressed if you write a match with him.
Right. It's an option, but
like
not
Bacon's not going to use him.
Kinky Dora.
Well, didn't Godzilla also do the kiss of death on one of the Desghidorah heads?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. All the kills together.
There he goes.
Yeah, no, I'm super happy with I'm very happy with like all of the action in this one as well. Like, I think I do wish I could have had Mothra like contribute a bit more to the final battle. But yeah, no, I'm very happy with the action. My personal favorite of the action is during the final battle where I'm having Desgador use the fiery pyre road like wall in the canyon he just made.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because yeah, I don't think enough emphasis is given to the fact Desgador has a power that splits the earth in front of him open and spews magma upwards.
Yeah. Hey.
Like, that's a lot.
Hey, yeah.
All right. I believe we're moving on to the KWCE now.
Yes, I do think so. Everyone has given their respective thoughts, so we will transition over to the KWCE. Before I give full reins to GVR, since he is our mediator for the KWCE, I know Bacon is too, but GVR's second command, so yeah. Like, I will say, I don't think I'll be able to comment on 71 or 73 because I have not had the chance to read them. I, however, had the wonderful chance to read 72, and I'll give my thoughts to that again when we get to that. So I just want to preface that, so you can practically skip me. So
yeah, okay.
All right, handing,
and I'll skip over Nagoda as well.
Yeah. And yeah, so we'll give it. So yeah, handing the reins to GVR for the KWCE section.
Okay. So, the KWCE recently concluded the first event month of the new leadership, which was KWCE E3, focused on video games.
Cool.
Or video game monsters. And, yeah, we went over the first two matches of this last time. So, let's start off with match 71. Great shot. I'm going to assume you did not read any KWCEs.
This is an accurate assessment you have made. I did. Wait, is Godzilla versus Godzilla Showa versus was the Pokemon?
Rodan Legendary versus the Pokemon. That was one.
I did
Rodan
read
Legendary.
that one.
Yeah, well, that was
Okay.
we've already read that one. That was last time, wasn't it?
Yeah, but you can just like give your thoughts on it real quick.
Yeah, you know
Great shot,
what?
if you want to.
Roll back to match 70. All right, Grayshaw, what'd you?
No.
Just give your thoughts on that for like, or 69. I'm sorry. Or wait, which one was Grayshaw referring to? The one where Monster versus
69. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, 69.
Okay,
Monster
69.
Rodan
There
versus
we go.
Pokemon.
I thought it was 70 for some reason, but no, that was 69.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
it was before that. It was 1954 versus all the other monsters.
Oh,
73.
the Pacific Rim.
Pacific
Pacific Rim.
Oh, 73.
73.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's a recent one. All right.
We'll get to that.
All right.
Yeah, we'll get to
all
that.
right,
We'll get to
all
that.
right, we'll get to that. Okay, awesome.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, we will get to that.
I'm killing Kaiju X for trying to take back the segment that is GVR. Shut the fuck up.
Okay, I will.
Okay. Yes, I'm glad you read one of the matches, Great shot. We will get to that.
Okay.
Yeah. You didn't read any of the KWC E3, those. Yeah. I hate video games, proclaims Gray Shot.
Video gays.
Alex, I'm going to assume you did not read match 71.
I didn't get a chance to. I was trying to, but yeah, same with that one in 72. Just could not get to it in time.
Bacon, did you read 71?
No, but it has a Godzilla Island rep and it's by Birdman, so I give it 236. No, 256 Gororans out of one Gororan.
Kaiju X, you did not read 71 either.
No, not 71. Like, the only one I read out of today's batch is 72.
Ditto, did you read 71?
Yeah, yes, I did. Well, sort of.
Give your thoughts on it.
Okay, hear me out. I lost steam, like, towards the last quarter of the match. I read, like, up to 3/4 of the match before
What
I
did you
just
think
lost
of
it.
What'd you think of those 3/4?
Okay. I think I don't know anything about Dragon Lotus other than she's from the Colossal Kaiju Combat. I know Dororin is from Godzilla Island. Doran was kind of treated like a chump. I know the idea is that he loses, but then gets stronger. But I don't know. To me, it just felt like Doran was kind of downplayed because he got beat by Gamera, which is understandable. He gets beat by King Caesar, understandable. But then he gets beat by Megalon, and like, really? Megalon? Okay, and then Manda, and I'm like, Manda? Okay. So I was like, man, Doran didn't see all that. The fight it goes on. Like, we go through like 5 phases, and I think the Megalon phase is where he kind of dropped out. Like, if it were up to me, I would have had King Caesar, Gamera, or I guess save Gamera for last. It would have been like Megalon, King Caesar, and then Gamera, and then that would be it. But I think we go through like 6 phases in this match, and I was just like, okay, I'm kind of done. So I just skipped ahead, and I was like, oh, okay, cool, she wins.
Okay.
The match was well written, and it was nice seeing the humans like pour water on Doran. That was pretty much it. I guess. Who do you know if like the person who made Dragon Lotus is on the TK forums?
I don't think so.
I don't think they are now.
Because I know Kaiju X was there like a long time ago.
The Knights of the Nine are back.
Hooray!
Yeah,
Okay.
that's more or less all I got to say.
Okay. I read this match. It was written by Birdman / More Crossovers, by the way. Sorry, I know he calls himself More Crossovers, but I'm still used to calling him Birdman.
Same.
Hey, don't use his slave name.
Yeah. That's why after I finish giving my thoughts, I'll ask him about like the match and all that. Yeah, I read this match. I enjoyed it. Very solid action. Enjoyed the characterization of the two. I have not seen Godzilla Island. The only thing I really know about Godzilla Island is that like it's a show made with toys. Garoran is there.
You should watch it.
We'll get to it. I have many things I need to watch.
Make this a priority.
No. Yeah, I really enjoyed Dragon Lotus's like the martial arts was used very well. I enjoyed the usage of Doran's powers. I do feel like the match might have dragged on a bit too long for just being like what is mostly pure fighting, but I enjoyed it. It was a very solid match. Definitely very good stuff. More. All right. You may know. So more. Can you speak about like your inspiration for this match? Anything else you want to say to form the trivia?
2 things that you're going to take away from this. 1, I need to balance out more character creation with fighting, so like bore people to death. And 2, I'm never writing for obscure characters again because apparently no one read this match. Apparently all of the effort and no one read it. So what was the point of going for like the entire weeks it took to write this thing?
Yeah, there are
no
2 comments.
My efforts.
There are 2 comments on the forums. One is from me.
But yeah, God knows what was inspired this one. I think it was just because like the roster like came so insane. I wanted to try something insane and make it work. I feel I had succeeded, but like the reactions from all of you, it kind of throws that into doubt.
Damn.
Like,
I thought you succeeded overall. Overall.
Yeah, it's just. I think the matter was the hard thing was I had to create a personality. I had to create a backstory based on very little for like Dragon Lotus. Like, considering I'm working with a character on a game with like the vaguest backstory.
A game which didn't come out.
Made by like
a much gave us little.
14-year-old.
Yeah, I had to really. I think I did a good job staying true to what is there, but I could come up with my own spin. Garoran was not Garoran. Doran. I can be very confusing because they got like literally one letter difference. Like Doran is a character I've fun right with, the whole shifting ability. I personally had to because he's very little to go on. I had to actually decide how his shifting works. So I had to make decision of what he could or could not use. So that's basically why a lot of the matches basically mostly physical. So I decided I didn't want to have him using any beam attacks because I didn't recall him using any of Godzilla or Gargan's beam attacks in Godzilla Island.
Yet Gamera uses the fireballs.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. He uses the eye lasers.
I swear, no, Megalon. Megalon.
Yeah, they're physical though. They're not. They're physical. I made an exception with them because they're physical.
Okay. I'll accept it.
Like stuff like the horn lighting and the plasma fire, I said no to. But like physical things like the napalm bombs, I've decided were okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense within the logic of the character. I could see that.
I get what you're saying. Like, it just seems like a bit of a stretch, like drawing lost. So with this guy, I did originally write it like he did win, but then I felt like it might have been a bit too much. Like that made it feel like a bit too strong. If, like I say, he's been beating all these like powerful guardians, and then loses like this captain no one's heard of. This is, I could say, I don't know if you've heard from the ending because like no one read it, but I do have like this like came up during the end. I came up with the idea of continuing this as like a little theme where like characters have been displaced through time and like ended up changing history.
Oh yeah.
Like I have a sequel planned, and I may write it soon just because I'm gonna have a bit of a moment while waiting for people to free up and I can start working on them. But yes, expect more time travel shenanigans.
All right.
This time people might actually read it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Maybe people will go back and read this one when the sequel goes up.
Damn.
That'd be a miracle.
All right. If that'll do it for match 71, we can move on to KWCE 72.
People read.
Godzilla Legendary versus Primal Rage, or Team Draconians, whatever you want to call it. Written by Bacon and myself. Me and Bacon, I assume will speak on this like after everyone else has said their piece.
That's fair.
So will I.
Yep.
So let's see here. More, did you read this one?
Yes, I did. I did read it through it. I did. Yeah, I'm not quite familiar with Primal Rage. Like, I vaguely know the story, but reading this through got me like really interested in the series now. Especially like some of the characters definitely caught my attention. I do want to like do stuff with them in future. Like how the way you've personalized how Godzilla, like he's basically he's at the end. He's basically lost everything. He's got little else to live for. He wants to either find peace or just find a way to like go out honorably.
Yes.
It's kind of like a rather bitch ending. Like the world is safe, but who is there to protect it?
Indeed.
Yeah, I can't really say much. It's a bit. Again, I'm not really too familiar with Primal Rage to say too much, but I will say I really probably enjoyed this one the most out of the 4 matches we got for this event.
Yeah, you tell him.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yes. So,
Anything else you want to add on, or?
No.
Okay, Kaiju X.
Hooray! It's my turn of a match I actually read on my own time. Yay! I'm in a very similar boat as Birdman, where I'm not like I only know some of the bare basics of Primal Rage. I don't even know greater story or greater world. It's like, oh yeah, I'm aware of these creatures. Oh, those two are reskins. Okay. Oh look, a monkey's pissing on a dude.
Atomic CBT it is.
Yes. Love that bit. But freaking I think when I was reading through this, I think this match does a good job at keeping a decent balance and pace between the monster. I like a lot of the monsters are we are sort of told everything that they are. It's here are their characteristics, here are their individual traits and quirks, what makes them different. It does become a little just a smidge tedious at times. I think it's just because there are a lot of monsters to go around, and it's aside from
it's a 1v9.
1v9, yeah, no, that is quite a lot to go around. But I also think even in spite of that, though, you still get if you're familiar with the material, then my gosh, this does balance it really well. So this is a finely balanced fight between a 1v9. And I think you guys I felt like you guys got the nature of the characters pretty on point, even though I'm not familiar with the characters. Just speaking as an outsider, I feel like you got them right. So it's ooh, I think so all around I really did I really enjoyed it, even if there were points. I think one of my big criticisms, though, may have been just the lack of a point where it's we see Godzilla and Armadon team up against another monster. We're told that, but I think it would have been nice to have that, I guess, set up in advance in a way. I guess. I just felt like there were a couple points where it could have been elaborated on just a little more. Even though it does I think if anything it should have been fleshing out in Godzilla and Armadon's relationship. But Godzilla's conclusion was really interesting. That's okay, if these guys keep coming back even though they die, kill them all at relatively the same time, and that may finish them off for good. That's a very interesting... and I assume that's a mechanic of their universe / the games they appear in.
Yeah, well, because in comics and as implied in the game itself, basically the Primal Rage deities kill each other all the time, but they just keep coming back.
Yeah.
And part of the lore is that one of the monsters got sealed away. Vertigo got sealed away long, long ago, and that's what let the others get sealed away, get taken out of commission until the Cataclysm. So everyone figured so they're all very closely balanced together with each other.
Yeah. So.
Because as the planning for this match was going on, I was I didn't bring this up with Bacon, but I was thinking the Primal Rage monsters keep coming back when they kill each other. How's Godzilla supposed to really do anything permanent?
Mm-hmm. Right, and I think
murder them all.
Right, murder them all in one fell swoop, and that's sensible. Even if that's not expressly stated, that's if you kill them all, that'll be it. They'll be done. It's it's sort of taking advantage of that mechanic of the characters that I think is really interesting. And this was all around. This is pretty solid. And aside from just a couple of hiccups, just mostly concerning the connection between Godzilla and Armadon, which while I like that nod, that was similar to Anguirus. It's I liked where that started, but it didn't aside from being finished off, it was sort of didn't go into too many other places or any other flashbacks that established that connection more firmly. I think it's just what it needed. Other than that, though, it is still a very solid tale throughout, and if I have anything to say, this match may have helped influence one match I am working on myself with Nagoto.
Ooh.
So it's because it's you're talking about the idea of nine or so 5+ monsters teaming up against one, and they're all supposed to have different characters and different personalities. How do you balance that out? And I think this one actually does a pretty good job with that. So yeah, no, and it was like reading through it, I was like, huh. I was definitely taking personal notes. So yeah, no, and all around a wonderful capper to KWCE 3 with this one. So good job, guys.
Thank you. Yeah. Ditto, your thoughts? And while you do that, GMK, can you type out your thoughts?
Okay. This match was really good. I think, yeah, it's really awesome. I like the different characterization of each Primal Rage character, even though I'm not too familiar with them. It's pretty cool seeing, like, I guess these guys just show up one day and then pretty much everything Godzilla knows is gone. I agree with Kaiju X. I would have liked the Armadon relationship to be fleshed out a bit more. But I think just the overall fight, like everyone versus Godzilla, was really cool. I think it was awesome seeing like each Primal Rage monster in their own like domain or whatever, seeing how different each one is. It's weird because like some of them are some of them are evil, but some aren't. Like Armadon and the Blue Ape.
Yeah, Blizzard.
Like, yeah, like that is weird. I mean, I think it's neat, but I don't know. I guess like they all have to die because they just have to. Because if you don't, they all come back eventually.
Yeah.
Yes.
Huh. Yeah.
Because in the game itself, I haven't played the game, but like in the game, in the story mode, like the game has like fatalities in the matches where then like the gods will rip each other apart, but then they'll just like show up later on in the campaign.
Yeah, the final boss of the game is a boss rush because they couldn't get Necroson out in the game in time, so they just have you fight every monster on the roster again in a graveyard full of their corpses that have already been there.
Ooh,
yes,
that's good.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I think overall this is a pretty cool match. And I think it was a great way to end KWCE 3. So good job, Bacon GVR.
Thank you.
Yeah, you tell him.
Okay. Bacon, should you go first or should I? I'm talking about this.
Oh, no, that's right. Yorktown didn't read these, did he?
No, he did.
Okay.
He's like typing out his thoughts. Okay.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, look.
This.
Yeah.
He says, this was absolutely amazing. The action, the characterization, the bittersweet ending, everything was top notch. Also, the atomic CBT was moan. Thank you.
You can go ahead if you want. Also, thank you, GMK.
Yeah. Bacon. Obviously, he can explain more of like the inspiration behind this and all that. But yeah, he asked me to help him out with this. Well, actually, like he gave me like a list of matches and was like, "If you want to co-write any of these, let me know." And I was like, "I want to co-write that one," because I haven't actually played Primal Rage, but like I have seen videos on it and stuff, and it's very cool. Yeah, and so we like brainstormed up the match and like the kills and how it was all gonna go. I can't really like give a concise like layout of who wrote what, just because like there was a lot of going back and forth.
I know for sure what kills we wrote, like each one wrote.
Yeah, I wrote Necroson's introduction, and I also wrote like Godzilla going burning and killing Necroson and Blizzard, which is personally my favorite scene from this match. Is Godzilla going burning and onward. Followed closely by Necroson's introduction, and then third runner-up is Atomic CBT. Look, there's a monster in this match named Chaos, who one of his biggest attacks is acidic piss.
Yeah.
Bro,
And
I love how legendary Godzilla roasted Blizzard.
Yeah. And as soon as I realized I was like that, oh no, yeah, he's got to just like blast chaos in the penis.
In the junk.
There you
Yeah,
go.
no, that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I'm very proud of this match. I think it mixes the seriousness and with the bits of humor sprinkled throughout. It's very good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, surprised no one's like said any like raised anything like any objections about like the way Godzilla goes burning.
Wasn't it just like an on command kind of thing?
Well, no,
Sort
because
of.
like Bacon asked Kaiju X about this like before this match was written about like could Godzilla like store some of Mothra's energy inside of him to go burning like by himself.
Oh yeah, now I think I was fine with that, right? Like, I mean, clearly I was fine with it if it's there.
Yeah.
Mothra's energy is stored in Godzilla's balls.
But yeah, I tried to make sure that it was like it wasn't just like he snaps his fingers and goes burning. Like I tried to make sure that in the context of the match, it is like a very last ditch effort sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Because like, this isn't like stated specifically in the match, but if you ask me, I think that the reason Burning didn't like heal Godzilla up or anything is because of the fact that he accessed it on his own.
Yeah.
Because usually when he goes burning, like he's phased and he's like back at full potential. But in this match, he goes burning and then just like almost drops.
Well, right, because because that would be the difference. It was like, like in here, he already has the Mothra energy on standby. He just has to go, okay, time to turn it on. But it's not like it's all given to him at once.
Yes.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Right. Bacon, you may speak.
All right, so with what I'm about to post in general, I assume that during the early days of the internet, you had seen this artwork at.
Oh yeah.
And at the time, I was probably about 7 or 8. It was just discovering artwork on the internet, YouTube, and found out about Primal Rage, and for years I had scored for just trying to find this game, in which I still don't have. But nonetheless, this drawing eventually led me down a spiral fucking just obsession with this game, to the point I want a reboot so bad. But with the context with the match, that eventually, when I started actually getting into the KWCE, that picture was in the back of my head, but I knew I couldn't do this on my own. At the time, I was still starting up. I was still trying to find where I was with writing. So, and me and GVR had been getting along. He had joined the server not too long beforehand. And I presented the idea of a collaboration. He said this one, and I couldn't have been happier with this pick that he chose. With the story itself, it took a lot of thinking, because originally I had thought of Showa Godzilla, I had considered Heisei Gamera, but then me and GVR started going through lore. We read the comics, and I remember we tried getting the novelization, but it was like $200 on it.
Yeah.
A really hard to find book, in which I hope to one day read, but we had just been reading lore, and there was a lot of similar things of balance and a lot of just similarities to the MonsterVerse, so my brain clicked and went, Legendary Godzilla is the perfect choice for this.
Bacon, real quick. The novel, you can get it off Amazon for a mere $635.
Holy balls.
Yeah, sure. I'll get that when I sell a kidney.
Yeah, no, we just had to like go off the information on the internet about the novel. Because neither of us are looking to spend $600.
You could buy a PS4 with that kind of shit. And the first thing we did was figure out the kill order, figure out which kills that we were gonna do. We had brainstormed a little on each. I presented the idea of burning Godzilla to KWCE. He approved. But as far as everything I have written, whether it's just a masterpiece novel of a match that I'm working on right now, and that I hope is a masterpiece of a novel match, or just something with my series, I don't think I'll ever be as proud as I am with this.
No.
Not because I think that my current writing is dog shit or anything. It's improved vastly. But I think I will always be more proud of this work than any of my personal work. Whether it's because the little kid in me ignited as I wrote down, or as my friend was helping me create this. Overall, I'm extremely grateful that I finally got to this project. And can we get a Primal Rage reboot, please? Like, seriously?
Primal Rage reboot on the way!
Well, Matt Frank was drawing those designs.
Yeah, I know.
Which looked pretty...
Yeah, I know.
Overall, I'm extremely happy with how this came out. I'm extremely happy with how everyone has been receiving this match. Whether it's the forums or on here. Even if there is criticism, it's justified. And if I had the foresight, I would have added that much. But even that, I'm still proud.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't crying. I was almost there, though. Fuck you, Joe.
Yeah, you tell him.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
I don't blame them. It was touching.
I'm glad I could help you out with this.
Oh, and originally the stage was going to be the final boss stage you see that I posted a little above, but I decided with a beach just because I thought that the water and the sand would be with the glowing moon look really pretty.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
And also because the beach was easier to do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was easier to just have Godzilla surface and then be like, fight me.
Godzilla literally was released a Re so loud it transcended time and space.
That's part of the joy of writing with MonsterVerse Titans, is that like the MonsterVerse has just given us the ability to have a monster challenge someone from all the way across the planet.
Yeah.
Fight me, your mom's fat. And I specifically, before we had made the KWC meeting room chat that we were all in, when we were just talking in DMs, I had asked GVR to ask Harley because she was talking to both of us about KWCE being set up and we didn't have a line of matches. And I remember I asked specifically, can this match be last?
I'm pretty sure I asked the same thing.
Yeah, I think we both just went, can ours match be last? And then Harley went, yeah, jerk yourselves off, I guess.
Sounds about right.
Right?
I think...
go ahead.
real quick, one last thing. I think my favorite scene that you wrote, my friend, was Necrosonic introduction.
Thank you.
And burning, because that was fucking sick.
I think my favorite scene that you wrote is Diablos' death.
Hey.
I made a fire. Oh wait.
Yeah, I believe that shall do it for match 72.
Yes.
There is one more KWCE of the night, day, afternoon, whenever you're watching this.
Yes.
And it is match 73. Godzilla 1954 versus... Hold on, Godzilla 1954 versus Gypsy Danger, Strikey Eureka, Slattern, Leatherback, and Otachi. Written by Shin Gojira 14. This is the longest KWCE so far.
Like, wait, of the year or?
It's 12,000 words. It's the longest yet.
How
Yeah,
long was the Primal Rage?
Like 11,000.
Yeah, it was the longest one, and then it got beat the next month.
Yeah. Cool. All right, Bacon. I believe you read this one.
Yes, I did.
Right.
So excellent match all around. I had gone into this thinking that this was going to be a slaughter, because it's Godzilla 1950. I love the man. He's from my favorite movie ever. But I went into this match thinking, what? This kind of seems like overkill. Stop, he's already dead. But
yeah, you got 5 very swift fighters taking on a very slow-moving target.
And but then I started reading the match, and as I had been a verifier, I had, besides from Ditto, the only matches I really got were Shin Gojira. So I was getting familiar with his work. He had slowly become one of my favorite writers, and I saw his name and I went, wait a minute, this is going to be good. And I started reading, and as I continued, the match just got better and better. It probably has the darkest moment in like all of the KWCE or C, because like he just murders a baby.
Yes. Yeah, the baby Otachi.
Yeah, that is me reading the match. So, Godzilla here is shown as threatening and just rage incarnate, but as the movie has shown too, it reminded me of it, where Godzilla is a victim. Like you see this Starro side of Godzilla that we know because we've seen the movie, but it was very nice to see that in a match with that specific Godzilla. Having the Pacific Rim Kaiju and the old running from Godzilla was insane. I liked that, like, while in the water, it was a white glow instead of the blue. The action's solid. The moment where they drift with Godzilla was insane.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? That was probably my favorite jaw-dropping moment of just, is it Mako?
Mako.
Mako.
Mako, okay.
Yeah, when I read that scene of like the part where basically like Godzilla tears open Gypsy Danger and like the drift like interacts with him briefly. When I first read that during the verification, I was like, should I let that pass? I guess it's fine. The drift is weird.
That's understandable.
Frick, this sounds good. Damn it.
It was done beautifully well. It has the sorrow ending. 10 out of 10. This was an amazing match, and for a match to surpass me in GVRs, like as far as word count, like the next month, like and gonna be this fucking good. Good job, man.
Yeah, for those unaware, Shin Gojira 14 is Joshua Strittmatter. the writer of Legendary versus Reiwa, just to get an idea of what we're getting here.
So yeah, we literally begin and end this session with Joshua Strip Matter.
Yeah.
Yay! Also, I could very easily see this being a top contender for Match of the Year.
It'll be close. It'll be a tough race. I can say that much. I know that.
All right, that's all I have to say.
All right. Gray Shot, you said you read this one?
I glanced at it. I just want to be clear. I kind of glanced at it because I saw it. I'm like, wow, this is a slaughter. And then I started reading it, and it was good as I was reading it. I will say it did seem a little out of character for him to be moving and acting like as energetic. Yeah. This doesn't seem like 54. This seemed like another incarnation, but in the skin of 54, kind of like the pissed offness of of like 85. But yeah, I'm not to like put this match down or anything of that nature. I did enjoy it. And so far what I have read. So yeah, if you are interested in reading this, I would definitely say do so. It is good.
Yeah, I figure like 54 like moving as he does can be justified a good bit, because like there is like video games and stuff where he does like move around much quicker.
Yeah. Looking at you, Unleashed.
Yeah, and he can jump like 100 meters in the air.
Yeah, we didn't go that far, but like we at the KWC and KWCE, we allow for monsters to be able to move with a bit more flexibility than they can in the movies.
Yeah.
We let Heisei Godzilla like actually run. Right, is that all you had to say, man?
Yeah, that's all I have to say. And I actually have to duck out right now. So
okay.
As always, thank you for letting me join. I'll catch you all later.
I thought there was something we had to go over.
Wait, there's something we have to go over.
Yeah, I thought...
Can Kaiju just make the announcement like after you leave? Like, is it good if Kaiju makes the big announcement?
Okay.
Oh yeah. I can say this right now. Or I guess
we're
Yeah,
sidetracking real quick, ladies and gentlemen.
No, Kaiju X,
No,
Kaiju
yeah.
X. You make the announcement.
The pressure's on me now.
Yeah, Kaiju, make the announcement after we're done.
Okay,
with it.
I'll forget
I just want to stress.
No, here's what will happen. I'll forget it, and then I'll say, wait, I need everyone back here for 5 seconds. Oh, and then make the announcement.
Yes, Kaiju X speaks with the word of a gray shot. So...
Yeah, Kaiju, as soon as we're done speaking about this match, I will throw it over to you.
Yep. That's fine.
Okay, see you, Great Shot. Have a good time.
Take care, man.
Thank you
Later,
for joining us. All right. I know Joe didn't read this. I know Alex didn't read it. I know Kaiju X didn't read it. I know Dakota didn't read it. Ditto, did you read it?
Oh,
Ditto.
oh no, Ditto's dead.
Answer or die.
It might be a no.
Come on, Ditto.
GMK is typing out his thoughts. Ditto, did you read the match?
Okay, yeah, sorry, I cut out. Yes, I did.
What did you think of it?
I liked it. I agree with Gray Shot when like Godzilla moves a lot for the 54 incarnation, which is like why they like slimmed down the suit and made it more movable for the 55 movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's definitely. I mean, it's good that they use 1954, but it feels more like Heisei Godzilla or Legendary. Yeah, I agree too. I still think it's a little like Godzilla 94 taking on all these monsters and Jaegers, but he's definitely beefed up in this match, and I think it works really good for it.
Yeah.
I think the monster characterization was okay. I personally don't see the Pacific Rim Kaiju as like caring for one another, or like, oh, they'll go out of their way to carry each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that.
Like, I would rather just have them. I would write them as just, like, oh, if one of them dies, it's more
They're
of a.
expendable. amongst each other.
Yeah, but no, that it's more of a like, oh, now there's one less, as opposed to the other team. They have more than us now. Not like, oh man, I cared about this guy. Now he's dead. But I think otherwise it was still good. I think Slattern could have gotten a little more offense in on Godzilla, but for what it was, like each monster played their part pretty well, and so did the Jaegers.
Yeah.
I like the human side of the story, that they really build up Godzilla as this big threat. And I think that was really cool. And then, of course, drifting with Godzilla and getting a glimpse into his side of the story was really cool. Okay, so I know, like, they try to make the baby Otachi scene sad, but let's be real, even if he didn't die by Godzilla, the Jaegers would have killed it anyways.
Yeah,
why
they
would
would've
you keep
just-
that thing
yeah.
alive?
They would have just stepped
So
on
no
it.
matter how you slice it, it's gonna die. So I was like, yeah, okay, I see what you're trying to do. But other than that, yeah, it was a pretty good match. So I wouldn't say it's my favorite, because I think that goes to the Primal Rage one so far. But yeah, it's very solid.
Yeah.
Like if you want to see the Pacific Rim guys get wrecked,
Yeah.
this is the match.
Yeah, I wanted to make a joke about like when Bacon and Grayshaw were like, "This is going to be a slaughter," and I was like, "Yeah, it was." Not the way
This
you
was in
think.
the wrong way.
Inverse. Uno flip.
Yeah.
How it went in was basically how the forums think.
Yeah.
For-
Like
for
what?
that.
54 Godzilla? He's not that strong.
Yeah, man.
No. For the FMs, they would go Pacific Rim weak. Godzilla win always.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. GMK's thoughts are: this was some great stuff. Also, I didn't think this was slaughter in the slightest. I bet Godzilla would win, and I was right. Great dialogue, great action. The Jaegers and the PR Kaiju coming to a truce is definitely interesting. I can agree with that.
Mhm. And that sounds like in 50 years I'll come back to this match, sort of thing.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend this match to those who have not read it. Okay, that will do it. I believe that does it for the KWCE.
It does. So,
Yeah, KWCE is going well.
whew.
Like I said, we just finished our first event month.
Yeah, no, it's
We've got plenty of good stuff on the way for y'all.
yeah. And keep at it, boys. Y'all been doing great.
The next thing is gonna be really, really long.
Man.
Really long. Anyway, but
All right, I throw it back to Kaiju
Thank
X
you.
to make a big announcement.
yes, I have another.
One that will probably get us lit on fire.
Probably just like the last one. All right, get your gas lights ready. Get your ignition key ready to turn that switch up to 11. Cause in continuing with the trend of last month. Okay, so regarding retirement, we've seen the results of the whole Mecha King thing. We've seen that we've definitely taken back things that we've definitely taken back things that we have discussed concerning retiring monsters. And not only do you get Mecha King and T-Rex back, monsters what we had previously announced for retirement but now have been revoked, we have unretired Daigoro and Goliath for public use.
Yes.
So this is just to be clear, we don't want retirements to be super frequent. Do I understand its place? Absolutely.
Godzilla Source is never coming back.
That's a good negotiation.
Yes, retirement has a place, but we want to be very sparing with
Yes,
it.
it should be very sparing, and I think we may have just gotten a little crazy with it. So hopefully the ones we've unretired are good to go. And yes, I can understand how people would want Spiral and Warrior Guard back. I do agree there's story potentials. There's story potential there. Just the monsters themselves, like I understand it's just what you do with the monster. It's what you do with the monster, not necessarily what it is that counts. But at the same time, for now we'll keep Spiral and Warrior Guard under chains until further notice. Like that's just the current plan. I think like at least us and staff at least are happy with the terms that have been set. Now,
We bring all this up because there is one more retirement to go. For the foreseeable future, this should be the last one for the foreseeable future.
Yes, for the foreseeable... Yeah, exactly. For the foreseeable future, this will be our last retirement until further notice. Hopefully there won't be any more retirements after this, but there is one more.
And please listen before you start raging in the comments and forums.
As of today, when this video goes up, whenever that will be, we are officially going to retire Shin Godzilla. So we are no longer accepting matches. We are no longer going to be accepting matches with Shin Godzilla in the KWC. This is because we are going to be formally bringing in Godzilla Ultima of Godzilla Singular Point fame. And I think our reason being, actually, GVR, would you mind going into detail about this? I'm pretty sure you probably have a better recollection of it than this old man.
Okay. There will be, like, when this gets to the forums, I will post, like, a huge thing of, like, why we're doing this, pretty much. But to give an abridged summary, it can be... I know a lot of people are going to say that, well, Shin has the back beams, the tail beam, and the adaptation, so how is Ultima better than him when Ultima does not have those things? First off, Ultima does not have those things, but he does... We can use his lesser forms in the KWC, unlike with Shin. So that's immediately much more variety. With Ultima as well, he is not completely devoid of powers. He has powers that are unique only to him. He has the red dust, which allows for terraforming, which is something that the movie that Shin Godzilla implied could happen, but in Singular Point with Ultima, we see it happening.
Yes.
With the red dust, going off of Amphibia, using the red dust as an explosive to set off his vapor breath, yes, he does that himself. No tanks fire on him. The tanks were ordered to cease fire in that scene before the explosion happens.
It also states in the book, too.
Yeah. So Amphibia, Terrestrius, and Ultima can basically use the red dust as an explosive. Not like the 500-meter explosion, but just like clusters of small explosions.
Yes. To be clear.
Ultima is also capable of using the blood tentacles of Terrestrius. Aquatilos and Amphibia cannot use these, but Ultima can use the blood tentacles.
Right. The idea Greyshot had set for this limitation is that basically, he evolves and his abilities carry forward. This doesn't necessarily mean that the vapor breath carries forward, because that's just an evolution of the atomic ray. Like the vapor breath turns into the ring, turns into the atomic ray. So it's like, as far as that goes, it's like, yeah. So it's not like Ultima can use the vapor breath, but Ultima can use the blood tentacles and the explosive clusters of Terrestrius and Amphibia, respectively.
Yes.
And with Ultima, we also get basically an amalgamation of all the Raywire Godzillas.
Yeah.
From Toho.
Pretty much.
Yes, because here's a very major thing. Here's what I think puts Ultima up above Shin for me personally. By virtue of how the KWC works, the lesser forms and Ultima himself will be scaled up, because Ultima, when he first becomes Ultima, is 50 meters tall.
Yeah.
However, we can't have a 50-meter tall Godzilla in the KWC, so he will be 90 meters when he comes to the KWC. However, he will still be able to grow in height, like he does in the show, from 50 meters to over 100 meters. Which means you can have Ultima, in the red dust surrounded by it, grow to like 180 meters tall.
For now, our current cap for this size limit is like 180 meters, which I think is satisfactory enough, considering.
I still think it should be 216, because I've calculated it.
I know you did the calculations, but for the sake of argument.
Yeah.
Nah, we must have Utsuna walk upon Godzilla Ultima, who was almost 3 times taller than him, and have him shit his pants.
Yeah, we can't have anyone taller than Orochi.
Yeah, I do want to point out, like, you don't need to have him grow up to 180 meters. You can just do, like, 150, but, like, 180 is the max.
Right.
So, yeah, in short order, Ultima does not have back beams or tail beams or further adaptation beyond his final form, but he can terraform the landscape, he can cause cluster explosions, he can do blood tentacles, and he can grow.
Right.
even
And
bigger.
he can cause the catastrophe.
Right.
Yes, there's that
right,
too.
Even if some of it's
Catastrophe.
still not like some of the stuff like the earthquakes and whatnot, I imagine it's not stuff you can control, but those are stuff you could probably help.
Yeah, like Ultima does a lot of the things that people would have wanted to do with Shin,
Yes. Fully agree.
but cannot
yeah.
because of the fact that here's the major thing that has us retiring Shin. So it's no secret that what we can do with Shin's adaptation in the KWCE is highly limited. Like, he can grow bigger arms, he can get thinner legs to run faster, and he
That's
can
it.
absorb energy. That's about it.
At least,
Sure, there's probably other stuff we could do with him, but like, it will be on that same level of like nothing, barely any change whatsoever.
it can't deviate from the original Godzilla, even though the Godzilla in context of his movie is able to change, like, pretty much drastically change his shape. I understand he didn't do too much changing in his fourth form, but still going from second to fourth, fourth to fifth, those are still radically different transformations, no matter how you slice it. But
Yeah, just like, I know it's easy to look at surface level and be like, well, Shin can shoot beams out of his back and his tail. Ultima can't do that, but like, Ultima has more to offer than Shin does at the end of the day.
so
Like I said, I'll post like a more thorough thing on the forums when this gets to it. But yeah, like, as we said earlier, like, we want to be very careful with retiring. We don't want to just retire en masse. We only retire monsters now if we think it is for the best, to ensure that the roster does not become too bloated with too many similar monsters that draws focus away from other monsters. Yes, there will be monsters that get more focus than others. This is unavoidable. However, just because you cannot permanently solve a problem does not mean you should not try to lessen the severity of the problem. If you have a spider in your bathroom, you don't just go, well, I can't keep spiders out of my bathroom forever, so I guess I'll just burn it.
yeah, and plus, in addition to that, it's like, I literally just had something in mind. It slipped out of my head because I read Yorktown's comment about he shit his non-existent pants and forced the universe to cease to exist.
Yeah, like, people wanted to have Shin terraform the environment. Ultima just does it in the show, and we see what happens. We have like actual proof of it. It makes a bunch of Rodans and Kumongas and Gyruses run around all the place.
Changes the angle of a triangle from to less than 180.
Yeah. So all things you can like.
Ultima is more defined than Shin, because the ultimate issue is that the KWCE tries to rigidly stick with what is shown in canon, with deviations where it does not contradict the canon. The issue is that Shin Godzilla the movie, Shin barely changes once he reaches his fourth form, and that does not work with what the KWC is.
Plus, we don't know how combat ready his lesser forms are. Meanwhile, with Ultima, Terrestrius kills a Rodan, Aquatilus kills Amanda, Amphibia basically nukes an entire area by himself.
Yeah, Ultima.
What does the other Shins do? Vomit blood.
Exactly. Yeah, Ultima gives us a thing that people have wanted from Shin for a long time, which is the lesser forms.
And
because one of the first things we see Aquatilus do is kill Amanda.
And at least, even though we don't see it, it's at least inferred he destroyed the submarine he was stalking. So he's hostile.
Yeah.
He is very hostile.
Yeah, so just like ultimately, Ultima does more.
Yeah, and even if you somehow persuaded me to think second and third form Shins were a good idea, I don't care who you are, you ain't swaying me with first form. Whereas freaking Ultima naturally has an origin form. One that can fight.
Yeah.
Are you gonna Jaguar thing too or no?
Right. I think to clarify for Jet Jaguar's case, because I think we had announced Jet Jaguar, but I think it's important to understand where our limits are with Jet Jaguar. So currently, for Jet Jaguar, what we have in mind is that yes, you can use Jet Jaguar as like, the beta version, which is like, the one with the tall legs. Likewise, he can also be equipped with like the wheels or his short stubby legs. The official stats or not the official stats, the stats I have in mind for him will basically be, if he is in beta form, he will be 100 meters when giant. If he is the prototype form, he will be 50 meters when giant, just because it's proportionately scaled. But for KWC purposes, I'm going to use Beta Jet Jaguar specifically for this scaling reference. Jet Jaguar cannot exceed 100 meters under normal circumstances, but in the presence of Ultima, he's allowed to be scaled with Ultima. So say if you're dealing with a 150 meter tall Ultima, Jet Jaguar can grow to 130 meters or something like that. So that way, it's, those two can be scaled because those two are special. Is the way I see it.
Did we ever talk about singular point last time?
No.
I don't think so. I don't know.
But yeah, I did want to get this in real quick. If you have an idea for Shin, KWCE, we do not have the same limitations as KWC when it comes to Shin. If you want to have Shin grow wings,
he turned into an Ultraman in the KWCE. You're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grow two heads.
Yeah, I'm going to be very blunt here. The KWCE does not have Gray Shot. Go nuts.
Right. So, yeah, KWCE is the home to Shin Godzilla going crazy. Please write your stuff for Shin Godzilla going there. In the meantime, we'll be rotating Shin for Ultima in the KWC. So.
And don't worry, the final matches for Shin are going to be excellent.
Yeah.
Yes, there are many Shin matches left to go, so it will be a good bit before he is retired. We hope you look forward to everything that will be done with him, because he was a very popular monster.
Great.
He was a very popular monster, but so were Heisei Ghidorah and Heisei Mothra, and we know what happened with them.
Yep.
And also, I do want to say, look forward to Ultima. We of the staff have many, many ideas with him, and we look forward to seeing what y'all have to come up with for him too.
So,
all right.
Yeah, there's very much going to be that, and that's going to be very interesting to see people's reactions to it, because again, I do fully empathize, but I think Ultima will have more to offer. Even if we're just stuck with Season 1, I think he will have more to offer in the grand scheme of things compared to...
Oh, that's another thing I do want to bring up.
Go ahead.
Yeah, like a big whole thing will be put on the forums for this, but like, there will never be a Shin Godzilla 2. Never.
Kill your hopes now.
Singular Point Season 2, on the other hand, highly likely.
We don't know, but highly likely, yeah.
Good. Yeah,
Well, I mean, geez. Well, all right.
So basically, there is more to come with Ultima. We have all the
Awesome.
material we're going to get with Shin.
Right. And I think...
Well, I've heard Singular Point's been doing well, so like,
Yeah.
Season 2 should be like a
yeah,
thing.
it should be. It should be. I would also like to address one more thing. For the time, I do think at least Greyshot has brought this up even to us, and I know this is going to trigger Bacon to Kingdom Come. So, this is the other thing. For the time being, until Season 2 comes along, we have no plans for Anguirus, Kamanga, Manda, or Rodan. So, we are... For now, we don't want to... don't get me wrong. Focusing on Kamanga and not Manda, Anguirus and Kamanga specifically, like, those two are really cool. I can totally understand how they'd be very interesting and viable options to the roster. But, unlike past KWC, unlike pre-2019 days, nowadays, we are getting way too many options, and it's best to try and limit it to what should be added, and see how the rest of it develops from there. So it's like, for now, we're going to stick with Jet, Salunga, and Ultima. Those are the three we're sticking for Singular Point so far. So that way, when Season 2 rolls along, we can see where maybe the other monsters can evolve. Maybe we'll see new monsters that can be in a relative scale. Just for now, we're not going to be bringing in the other monsters of Singular Point. We're just keeping it to the 3.
You didn't say no to make a new one, though.
Gosh,
Kaiju, can we add singular Mothra?
Gosh darn! I'm.
We already have Meganolon. What do you think Megagarus is?
Oh yeah. Thank you, Nogoda.
Bro,
Not
can we
anime,
add,
Megan Newell.
can we add the Godzuki plushie that May owns?
God,
Yes.
I thought it was a kid.
I don't
I
know.
don't know either. I know there was the Kodithrax and Zilla one, but.
What about the
And
Baragon phones?
and
Can we
all-
have Baragon phones?
Can we add Goro Otaki with a gun?
Can I just start the catastrophe now?
No.
Whoa. Catastrophe. We dismissed these points.
Anyway, but yeah, no, that's roughly about it. I think that was kind of the big one. Should we mention the last possible retiree that I don't think is actually going to be retired?
Bemular is the only other potential one, and we have no idea where that's going to be.
Right. Like, yeah, I think it's like we had considered Bemular for a point, but I think, especially in lieu of like his recent sort of update with the monster attack ability, I'm like, we'll keep him. So good news, we're practically good when it comes. Like I said, Shin is our last retiree. Shin has died for the sake of many.
Yeah. Like I said, I know a lot of people have been like upset with the number of retirements lately, and I can understand that. So yeah, Shin will be the last one for the foreseeable future.
So whether or not there will be, whether or not there will be more, we just don't know for sure. We're just keeping track of the ones we currently still have, like, are still fast tracked to retirement, which includes Showa Baragon, Frankenstein, and now Shin Godzilla. So.
Yeah, you tell him.
So, yeah. But I think other than that announcement, though, I think we are pretty much good to go, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, anyway, this has been this month's KWCC. I hope you guys enjoy that bombshell of an announcement, and see you guys later.
Yes.
Bye.
Later.
Bye. Have a good time, y'all. Look forward to what's to come on both. Look forward to what's to come on both KWC and KWCE front. Next season of committee reads should be coming soon.
I don't know when.
Listen to
Did we
GBO,
even
man.
do the next season yet? I don't remember.
No, not yet.
No.
It'll be for another time. Anyway, bye. Do not fear, ladies and gentlemen. What you hear is natural wildlife over in Baconside because he has given up on society.
Yeah, I'm actually in the tundra. There's a mammoth right there. There's some fucking elk.
Alright, sweet. It sounds exciting. Alex! Freaking GMK Goji, just the blur eyes. It's like, ah! Technically, I am recording now, so anything you say will be used against you in the court of law.
Alright, so I just murdered a family of elk in Monster Hunter. If you want to find me for that, try it. I have a giant sword made out of the bone of those that I've killed.
Wow, I can't wait to see all the members of PETA dead at your doorstep.
PETA tries to come to my house and it's just, try it, bitch, and I'm riding a giant dragon.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Damn, everyone mute.
Yeah, I know. Damn.
Yeah, let's... I could finally do it. I have all the armor now. Thank God. Alright, where's the save button? There we go. Now the exit button. I could fight the boss later.
Hooray! Still setting up, so it's like I just, It's technically still setting up. Just computer's gonna take a bit to load. Pray to gosh it doesn't desync.
Okay, Jax, you want to spoil anything for our non-staff member here?
Gosh darn it, no.
Yeah, we're adding Godzilla 1954.
Shh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh darn it.
Yeah, Kaiju X says, don't spoil anything, because I want to do it myself.
They won't understand that reference, though.
Fine. I'll do it myself. The Kaiju X will return in Avengers Infinity War.
Damn.
Yeah, GMK, you only know the one, you don't know the millions of others.
So, I guess today's...
But even then,
day.
you're still more privileged than everyone else.
Yeah, kind of.
He's the me when I first joined.
Yes.
Oh, God. Is Kaiju X gonna accidentally spoil things in front of him now?
That's kind of what happened with Bacon. It was like we were just talking and I completely let something slip while Bacon was present. It was so funny.
No. The best one was like, hey, can we have a Yomoto Guardian? And you went, well, here's an entire match.
Yeah, because Kaiju X kept thinking Bacon was staff at the time.
Or just,
Nope.
or he was just such a regular member, it just didn't register. So, whatever the reason, I did not register Bacon as a normie that shouldn't know.
No, I was a normie that just showed up and was like, hi guys, I like this. And then you went, oh cool, by the way.
Boy.
Yeah, that's basically one of the reasons why we made you staff, because we were Kaiju X was telling you everything.
Basically. It was like,
I mean, that's fair. I was basically staff at that point. I was giving input.
Yeah, exactly. You were actually giving input and whatnot, and really the only thing the only change that had to happen was me stepping down from the KWCE, so that way it wasn't, that way the KWCE could still be balanced, because I didn't want it to be like, let's just add them for funsies. It's like, I wanted to make sure there was some kind of purpose to it, and yeah,
Perfect
like,
balance, as all things should be.
Yeah, me stepping down helped you into staff properly. So
My dad died so then I could live. It's like every single story of like royalty ever. The king had a son and then he fucking died because the son stabbed him for power.
No kidding.
Oh, by the way, GMK, we're adding Udaku.
Gosh, no.
We're
Alex,
adding Baron 2001 as well.
Guy, stop spoiling it.
That genuine broad in his voice.
GVR, they're leaking Udaku and Veron 2001.
Okay.
Nah, don't you know? We're gonna add we're gonna make Godzilla 2000. No, we're gonna make Godzilla 1998 separate from Zilla Jr.
Okay.
And Zilla Final Wars.
So we'll have 3 Zilla-like creatures, 2 of them called Godzilla.
Alex, that's too many. Shoots all 3.
Okay.
One's too many for him. What are you talking about?
That's what I said.
Oh. Never mind. Alright. Let me see.
Oh, buddy, you're part of that shit show too.
I know.
Yeah. No, he's talking to Yorktown, GMK Goji, whatever one I'll freaking call him.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
That's what I was referring to.
Not clear, not clear.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, but like I was still loading up the page, so I use Discord desktop. So, and I have my like my internet thing, my browser always sort of max screened. So when I'm clicking off, I'm not seeing what's going on. I'm trying to get to the next thing.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
We must spoil the most important one. We're adding a Gundam.
Oh yes, Gundam, as famously seen in the 2017 film Ready Player One.
Okay.
God damn it!
Dig blasted. Those 3 false starts and then Grayshot's Ruba sabotage.
God damn it!
That
The
was-
only thing that power Kaiju X roster is missing is Kaiju X ASMR and Spoiler Power.
Oh yeah.
Oh, by the way, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, we're also gonna still talk about Legendary versus Raywa today because, like we said, we talked like very briefly about it last podcast.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I forgot to read a lot, but whatever.
Oh, I'm gonna kill you.
Hey, it's okay. I read 2 out of the 3 KWCEs. I got busy with real life problems.
That's fair. But yeah. Resident back in Simp. Oh, Harley.
Real quick, let me check which KWCs I read.
Uh-oh, stinky.
I
GPR,
forgot
which
that
KWCEs are we going over?
Let me pull that up real quick.
'Cause I don't remember.
Good news, I actually read one of them.
Yeah.
We are going over matches 71, 72, and 73.
Okay.
Alex, did you read the ours?
God damn it! When I try to make an effort, I can't.
Read it while we're going over the others.
I don't think I can read that in time.
Oh man, we got a ton of matches.
No, that it's all good, man. But my girlfriend read it before you, and I find that hilarious. I told GVR that if Kaiju X didn't rate it before the podcast, I was just gonna clown on him with that fact.
Well, you can't clown me now, sucker. You can clown me for
I
a
can
lot
clown-
of things, but not that.
Yeah, and I can't clown on Alex because he's the homie.
Fair.
You can clown on me, Bacon, but you can't clown on Alex.
If the moon hit the Earth today, I wouldn't mind.
I don't think anyone would.
If the moon hit your mom, I wouldn't mind. Aw, damn, I forgot to read 339. I had that one open.
We did. Oh, never mind. It's too long to read.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I wanted to reread. I only have very. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna have too much to say with 339, just because it's like the details I remember it are somewhat like I remember reading it. I remember really loving it, but I can't remember the specifics of it as of now. And I meant to give it a read, but I just hadn't had the time or the energy to do it. So
Birdman's gonna hit all of you with a Spasium Ray.
like
Hey,
it wasn't already.
Hey, I'll read it eventually.
Eventually.
No, I mean, I will read it. This is a match that needs to be read. Alex, are you having a stroke?
Yes.
No, I'm mimicking you.
Zoomer stoner.
Okay, Birdman. I won't tell him about or.
Bacon, didn't you know that marijuana is a gateway drug?
Oh, what are you? Fucking. Oh, God. I want to go say that fucking. Reefer Madness. Jesus. I've been awake for 2 hours.
Oh no! I have to
Forgive my
read.
stupidity.
I have to read the match now, or my dick's gonna get flattened.
That implies that I wasn't already.
Damn.
Bacon, how much cocaine have you done?
0.
Then you haven't fully gone through the gateway yet.
Hey man, I spoke because my body's in pain and my fucking bones explode 24/7.
Hey, man.
Speaking of,
You and your
Bacon, I
next-
think you need some milk.
you know that doesn't work after like a certain point of your life, right?
Dude, you're like 17. You're still growing.
He's
17,
19.
bro. I'm
Oh my bad, you're 16. Sorry.
you short. I will kill 100 of you with nothing more than a roast.
Hey man, that's not cool.
Well, you know what else isn't cool? This Glock in your jaw.
Hey man, some people don't like that.
Oh, Nagoda. Can you do a
Yep.
can you do recording in the background just in case this gets desynced for any reason?
Sure. Let me get my stuff open.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I know you want to enjoy your time, but at the same time, I just need to be sure.
KWCC technically starts in 5 minutes, but hop in whenever.
Yeah.
15 minutes later.
Yo, GVR.
What?
I am prepared to fight Magno Malo now. Finally.
Cool. Nice.
That's like the halfway point, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because the game isn't finished.
Yeah. I think I don't know. I think it's the halfway point, around there.
I like how he's on the cover, but he's just fucking, in the grand scheme of things, he's kind of a bitch.
Yeah.
Okay, I have my stuff set up.
All right. Just let me know when you're
Yeah.
recording, and I'll probably just properly begin.
All right, let me just do a little testing real quick.
Yeah.
All right, testing right now. Everyone speak once.
No.
He knows about Bari, right?
Barbie?
Baru.
Who?
The fucking monster thing from that one 90s Godzilla draft. Barobori, or whatever the fuck it's called.
Well, yeah, but you were
Barbell.
asking that relative to who? Like, who knew about it?
GMK, who else do you think?
I want to nuke myself.
GVR, just summon your Godzilla into reality.
Yeah, I would if I could.
Right, Kaiju, you dense motherfucker.
All right, it works. All right, you want me to hit record now?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
All right.
Also, Alex, we're not adding Barubaroi because the amount of money we would need to pay to get models for him would kill Kaiju X.
Unironically, yes.
He has the money. He could do it.
No.
We would need to sell
Just
Ditto
have
on the
the
black market.
Damn, what?
Specifically, Ditto.
Why Ditto first?
Specifically
Why
me.
was he your first option?
Because he's
Because
more
we talked
expensive
about-
than you.
Because we made a joke about this in a voice chat earlier, like weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, he did.
No, GBR legitimately hates Ditto.
Yeah.
Man,
But what if we did?
he doesn't like that. I like Space Jam.
Ditto, you revoked your life privilege when you said, "Can we add Hellhawk to the KWCE?"
But it was like a joke, man.
Not
You're a joke. Life is a joke. Life is a joke.
Your mom's a joke.
Punchline is the punchline is.
Sorry, I couldn't have him slander Ditto like
Damn,
that.
you pulled off at the punchline.
The punchline, yes.
Oh, the punchline is death, and Alex is gonna reach it soon.
Death. You want
Yeah,
it?
he has to
It's
navigate the
yours.
fires of California to reach me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for the fires to get to you. It's a war of attrition.
Hurricanes versus fires. Who's gonna win?
Or like nutrition.
Floridians don't care about hurricanes. If Monsterverse Ghidorah rolled up, there'd be idiots trying to shoot him down.
Probably. Yeah.
I'm just
Definitely.
waiting for the gator you sit with on the couch to eat you.
Well, I'm waiting for Die.
I mean, aren't we all
GVR,
waiting
what
for
kind of
that?
meth do you- GVR, what kind of meth do you feed your gator? Is it blue? Is it white? Is it shards? Come on.
What kind of meth do you put in your Fruit Loops?
I'm gonna hit you two with a car.
I don't think you could drive though.
Well, I'm working on it.
Well,
Yeah, whenever that'll
well,
be.
you don't need to have a driver's license to hit the gas pedal and to steer the wheel.
For the intention of murder.
Yeah,
I don't
so
think he's
the
been trained,
murder,
though.
you just need to get into the car.
Yeah.
I don't think he's been trained though,
SpongeBob.
because if he's gonna try to run us over, then he's gonna go
Hmm?
180 degrees instead, because he accidentally put it in reverse.
Kaiju, what the heck are we waiting for to start this?
Great question. Good.
Great shot.
I was
Where's
just
Lucy?
letting this naturally set its course first.
Hey,
Oh,
imagine.
and a
Oh, yeah.
course for a missile to your home.
The roasts are too funny. I'm sorry, I couldn't interrupt it.
I'll interrupt
like
you.
you're gonna interrupt your life cycle, bitch.
Was it time to roast Kaiju X then?
Yes, because he's an idiot.
It's okay, I avenged you.
We're still selling Ditto on the black market, not even just to afford Bruberoy, just so we get him out of our hair.
Man.
Man.
I disagree with that because I won't let a fellow Space Jam 2 fan get injured.
I'll sell you on the black market too.
Nah.
Ditto, Joe, and Alex can go to the black market together. There, all your Space Jam 2 boys are all there, so you could just do whatever you want.
Who died?
I think Birdman died.
Okay.
GMK Goji.
I get a better proposition. Put GPR on the black market.
Why, he's funny.
I have a better idea. We all just jump off a bridge.
Alright, after you.
Shit, that's not a bad pitch.
We can all die together.
Are we starting now? Screw Great Shot. We don't need to wait for him.
Plot twist, we just let GBR jump off by himself.
I'll push you off first.
Implying you could
Actually,
be
I've
able to
never
push me
seen
off.
such nautical nonsense.
Yeah.
Are we still waiting on Great Shot or are we
No,
starting?
no.
Screw Great Shot. He's a communist and he snorts cocaine at Applebee's.
All right. So, we're gonna begin this property. I sent him a message. That was the last thing I was gonna do. And again, you guys just keep. There he is.
There
He didn't
There
even
he
message me. He's just there.
Oh, he's there.
He's just standing there, boringly.
Man, this is a party tonight.
Bro, where's Joe?
Dead.
Hey, Gray Shot.
Greetings, everyone.
All right. Oh, good grief. Okay.
You need Gray Shot to record
Oh
also?
no, God,
Oh, yeah,
it's Princess Grey Shot.
Here, just let Nagoda do it.
Yeah,
that
no,
way-
Dakota's doing it
Alright.
right now. So.
Yeah, I have my thing going.
Okay.
Hopefully it keeps going.
I recently did some recording, so my hard drive space is a little close for like a 2-hour day. But regardless, yes, I'm here.
All right.
Also, Bacon, did Jackson Morris draw that? Is that what you were saying up there with the Mechagodzilla?
Kazuya?
No, that was just a cool. Wait, Mechagodzilla.
Ditto said it was Jackson
What?
Morris. You guys said you haven't heard from him forever.
Oh no, that was unrelated.
Yeah, that was
to,
from the podcast.
Podcast, yeah.
Oh, got it. Gotcha.
Oh, yeah. Nitpick I want to bring up. Some things I always saw I bring up when it came out is the errors that it slipped through in the grammar.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
And I did notice him. I did fix him. I did say to Chris, I have a fixed version. Can I send it over? And he said no.
Wait.
Well, bruh.
Why?
He said because it was with you. It was your problem now. That's basically what he said.
Wait,
Man.
which one? For what?
Yeah, I did say send you. I will find it for you. I'll take a screenshot and I will show you because it's in your DMs.
Oh, and it's by Kaiju Muba.
Hang on, where is it? Ah, yeah, here it is. 9th of March, 2020.
Okay.
Hang on, did I actually speak open Kaiju X? Hang on.
Grisha really went, screw you. Your time was up.
I mean, it does sound kind of like me, but verify.
Maybe it was my twin brother, said Glory Shot.
Grisha just needs a little mustache.
Wait, I
to
can just
complete
look
his
at my.
look.
I can look at it.
Oh yeah,
myself.
I did bring it up to Kaiju, and here's what you said.
Wait,
I completely spaced. What did Birdman get cut on?
I fixed errors and they wouldn't let me, I fixed the grammatical errors and they wouldn't let me submit them.
Right.
Oof.
Man.
Wait. Okay. Let me look this up.
Yeah.
I'm going back to March 9th, 2020.
Yeah, I know. Like, granted, yeah, I know. If you have that version, you could just send it over to me, and I could just totally just replace the whole thing, because I do have access to the block format. So.
Well, I think I've got
Yeah.
got it somewhere.
Yeah, you could just send that over to me right now, for that matter. Just let me get in there.
Oh yeah, I said yeah because I speaking over Kaiju X, he sent me the version. I want to ensure the stuff he edited wasn't what you found. Yeah, okay, because I remember this conversation because we had been there was confusion over whether the match had been edited or not, and I remember I was a little bit peeved because there was I think there was a situation where someone had taken out a match, they weren't sure if it was edited. I was like, okay, talk to Kaiju X because I want to make sure this has been, verified and stuff, So I was just putting it through Kaiju X's ball court,
Man.
That sounds about right, but I can't say I remember. So. But yeah, no, Birdman, if you have that edited, that cleaned up version, please send it over and I could just take care of it right now.
Sweet.
I'm just trying to grab the thing because I have two computers and I'm not currently at the one that I have it on, so I'm having to copy the fixed version from my DeviantArt.
Oh, is it on your DA?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I put it there. I loaded it after the match went up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, in that case, yeah, I could just go to your.
I'm just gonna slot in a Google Doc and send it to you.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
that
regardless in behind the scene things, we basically what we do is when someone submits something, right? There's a process that it goes through, and with Birdman as an editor, he knows this. It goes to a verifier, then an editor, then it goes to me. And my guess is at this time is Kaiju X had this version, and I was like, I don't want to take a thing that because if you submitted your match, right, and Kaiju X has made updates, I don't want to get rid of all the updates Kaiju X has made. So that was my mindset there. That's why I told you to go through him. That way, if there were any changes, we could, catch them.
Yeah.
Why do we keep dying?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Okay, well, I do see the DeviantArt version, so just gonna go.
Why do we exist? Just to suffer.
I mean, looking off topic and you will see something adorable instead.
I already saw that bacon. Go.
No, the one below it.
It's a real bro moment.
Yeah, I don't think there are any.
That's crazy.
I don't think there are any italics parts. Was there? Not that I recall.
I like how the entire KWCC has been shut down because
the edit Birdman's match.
But what if?
Release the Birdman cut.
I am releasing
what
the
if-
Birdman cut right now.